Check, chuffy 1, chuffy 1, chuffing 2. Immediately I picked up the tea. Why did I do that? Why didn't I drink the tea before I started? Why didn't I drink the tea? Look, we're on now. Picked up the tea. Why did I do that? Why didn't I drink the tea before I started? I've got a big telly up there. You can't see it. It's up there. Big telly as a second monitor. Big old telly, 720p telly. It's up there as a second monitor. You're here. I'm here. Hi, you're with Scott. I'm Ganja Kid, Gravekipper. It's midnight. It's always midnight. This is your right ear and your left ear. It's 15:34 in the UK, 3:34. A bit of an hour and a half late for the old stream. Well, you know, it's my stream. I do what I want. It's Monday. We're just chilling. Listen, we're just chilling. I've got a couple of things to tell you about. I've got a couple of things to let you know about. We've got the chat on screen. We've got the background music. We're listening to the background music of Lovely Genshin Impact. This weekend we got raided. What? We got raided and we got Shadowbanned. What? We got Shadowbanned. Where should we start? Everyone else is watching Johnny Depp, the trial. Everyone else is watching this.
It is a person just like the rest of us who are human beings who will have these effects, and that's what we all share in common.
Right. I agree with that. We're all human. We share things. I don't know what they're going on about because I'm not listening to this chuffer. We're all waiting for Johnny Depp to take the stand again, aren't we? But I don't know. You know, it's Monday. It's chilling. The rest of the world's watching this. I've got some stuff to tell you about what happened at the weekend, and it made me think. It made me think about where we go in the future. So we're going to do that. We're going to have this conversation together. And I've also got something that is absolutely beloved by a streamer that is absolutely beloved. What do you mean? What are you going on about? Notepad. What do you mean Notepad? What do you mean Notepad? I mean Notepad. I've got the Notepad out. A streamer that I loved, a beloved streamer of mine, Rekful, used to use the Notepad a lot to talk about stuff. So I got the Notepad. Now that we're on the new computer, I can. Mac didn't have Notepad. Mac had Notes. This has got Notepad. So we can use the Notepad. We're going to rough out a bit of a stream schedule. We're going to look at how we're working on stream. See what you think. See if your ideas can go in there. See what your ideas are. They can go in there. Absolutely. And we're not going to be watching the Johnny Depp trial, really. We're not watching it. Everyone else is. I'm going to tell you a few stories from the weekend and why I feel like just doing a chilling stream today. We're on Mental Health Monday later on Twitch. That's Twitch. We're going to look at it today. We're on Mental Health Monday later on at Twitch, 8 p.m. GMT. And I've got some stories to tell about shadow banning and about raids. So let's go. This is my Twitter. All the different... These days, you can't be on one platform, can you? These days, you're not allowed to just do YouTube like I used to. I used to just do YouTube. And they said, get yourself a Twitter. Oh, all right, I'll get a Twitter as well. What's that for? Oh, it's to send people to your YouTube. But why don't I just work on the YouTube? Then they'll... Look, that's a conversation we're going to have in a little bit. But everyone's got a Twitter, haven't they? Elon Musk's going to buy mine, and then he's going to own it. Elon Musk's going to buy mine and own it in a bit. He's into that. I don't know. So Elon Musk's going to buy my Twitter. This is my Twitter. I got Shadowbanned. Not on Twitter. Not on Twitter. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Informal Films. Just don't ask. I used to be a media producer. I still am. Got notifications. Don't click them. You don't know what that could be. It's going to come up on the telly screen. Right, so that's my Twitter. But look, let me get rid of the Notepad. We don't need that for now. We're just going to look at the Twitter. That's me, look. Way. That's me and the dog. Yay. That's me and the dog. What have I been posting? I'll tell you. Tweeted Richie chuffing Sunak, you chuffer. That's somebody else's art. I like retweeting pixel art. It's one of my favourite things. Beautiful pixel art. What's this? The video YouTube didn't want you to see. Please share and retweet Tartaria Shadowbanned. What? What are you going on about, Scotty Hottie? Well, you know, the other day we did a video, we did a stream, right? Can't believe this stuff goes on. We did a stream on our channel here, YouTube. This is our channel. You're watching it right now. And we did this stream called The Conspiracy Theory Iceberg in Review. It's just underneath my face now, isn't it? So how am I going to show you that better? I'll move this around. I'll move it around. Don't you worry. I'll move it around. Look, there it is. The Conspiracy Theory Iceberg in Review. There's that chuffer. It's got a picture of the Illuminati eye. and a picture of an iceberg, backed by a picture of an iceberg, and underneath it clearly says the conspiracy theory iceberg in review. And in the comment, sorry, in the underneath you write a bit of chuff. It's underneath this video as well. This video's got it underneath as well, hasn't it? A bit of chuff. What do you call that? In the description below. In the description, it says, courtesy of Wendigoon. Because Wendigoon is this big popular YouTuber, 1.36 million subscribers. And their most popular videos are these conspiracy icebergs, Bible icebergs, all this. They did the conspiracy theory iceberg. They've got 2 million views on it. They did that. They've got 2 million views on it. They've like done a whole load of videos, like not just one, loads, and they've been getting millions and millions of views. So I think it's been going all right for Wendigoon. So what I did is I used that as a jumping off point. We watched that and we reviewed their video, conspiracy theory video. Conspiracy. I've closed that window now. I kind of wanted it open. Go back to YouTube, go back to our channel. What I did is I just used their video as the jumping off point. Look, conspiracy theory iceberg in review. So I'm not treading on any toes here. I gave them all the credits in the description. Definitely did that. And YouTube likes it. Obviously, I know YouTube likes it because chuffing, they've got 1 million views. Well, look what happened for us. Shadowbanned. Shadowbanned. No impressions at all. It's really important when you get that first video launched. After the live is finished going live, it gets launched as a video effectively for YouTube. The algorithm, a logarithm, has a think about it. And what it thought about this was no, absolutely not. Set to private. We've set the conspiracy theory iceberg in review to private. Due to community guideline issues, it's not visible to other users. It's the first time I've been informed of that with a notification. It's the first time I've had that with a notification. But it's not the first time I've felt that one of our videos has done this. Sometimes I've seen our videos. I'm not allowed to get my YouTube analytics out and go through them all. You're confused. I'm actually live. Didn't show up as live in Lincolnshire. There you go. Exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying, historian. I think I'm getting shadow banned. Another one of our subscribers, David, has been trying to get on the notifications, and every time it doesn't do the notification. This is what I'm saying. YouTube has shadow banned that video specifically about the conspiracy theory iceberg. It's not shown it to anyone. If it doesn't get shown to anyone, no one watches it, it doesn't get recommended any further. It's like, you know, pushed it down without officially banning it, without officially saying you can't do it. They gave me this little notification to say it was set to private. I didn't get to review it or appeal it because it just disappeared. I can't find that again and review it or it's not private anymore. I think you can watch it now. So I put a little tweet to say, there it is, look, this is the video YouTube didn't want you to see, apparently. But what's so weird about it, like I said, is that the reason that we made this video is because Wendigoon has done... And let's be fair, and I am going to be really fair. I am going to be really fair. Hang on, let me find it. Come on, clicker. It's because I'm using the new mouse. Well, I don't want to type Windows. That was going through my head. I want to type iceberg like that. Look, 2 weeks ago he released this video. It's got 2.2 million views. So Wendigoon's video has got 2.2 million views in 2 weeks. So they didn't shadow ban that, did they? And what we're doing is we're looking at that video, right? And we're using it as a jumping off point. In fact, Wendigoon said some of these conspiracy theories without any context. He just said, this is what the conspiracy theory is. It's kind of cool, huh? Do you remember the one that, which was the one he said was cool? And I said it wasn't cool because you're sending people down a rabbit hole. I'm not trying to diss Wendigoon. I'm not trying to diss Wendigoon. Obviously, he's very popular on YouTube and everyone's going to think he's cool. But I think when you present conspiracy theories, it might be healthy, mentally healthy for your audience to say, this is why people think it's a conspiracy and it's rubbish. You know, it might be worth doing that little bit of sort of balanced journalism of saying, not just like, this is the conspiracy theory, but it's considered a conspiracy because common thought and common idea is this. Make up your own mind. Do you know what I mean? But to just say, here's the theory, Why don't you do some investigation yourself? Enjoy. Like, I thought was lacking slightly. I'm not dissing him for that. You know, it's a 9-hour video. You can't cover everything. But so what we're doing in ours, not trying to diss him, but just trying to offer this, you know, this voice, is to look at his video, and every conspiracy theory that comes up, I was giving you a kind of reasonable and balanced idea as to why it might not be like Atlantis came up, didn't it? And we said Atlantis probably was just a Greek myth. You know, that's what we said. So don't worry about it. But YouTube has shadowbanned my video. Shadowbanned me. And look, just underneath it, you can see there, new achievement, 30,000 views 7 days ago. A week ago, we started to get this boost. YouTube works in this way of like a snowball effect. So I've been going for a year and a half, not getting huge growth. That's fine, but we clicked on something, we got a bit of a boost, we grew, and YouTube obviously saw that and shut us down. And the thing that I find so weird about it is that it doesn't shut down Wendigoon. Wendigoon is allowed, but what we're doing, if anything, is more YouTube appropriate, because we're not just saying the conspiracy theories, we're offering sort of reasonable analysis. Not going with the theories and saying, oh, that could be true, or there's chuffing people in the hollow moon. Like, we're not doing that. We're saying, well, it's more likely the moon is just a space rock. And do you know what I mean? So it's kind of weird that we get shut down on it. We've been shadow banned. So that happened last week. I don't know how it's going to affect the channel in the long run, because obviously we're going to keep on talking about these things. I want to finish the entire Wendigoon series. I want to do the entire conspiracy theory iceberg in a series of videos. They're continuing to make... Martin is continuing to churn out chuff. Talking to the fella that's selling the film. That was an interesting... I haven't watched it all yet, but it's an interesting watch, because they're basically justifying their economic activities, and the man that sells the film is saying that it's important that we don't just talk to the audience, that we try and take it to a wider audience. He wants to get on the James Corden show, and he thinks that it's important that he sells it to the wider audience, like infomercials, which I suppose it is if you're selling a film. So that's come out, but you know, all this stuff, I haven't touched it yet. We've been shadow banned. So that was interesting. That happened at the weekend. I wanted to tell you about that. The reason I got Notepad out as well, like I was saying here, where's my notepad? I'll show you my notepad. Is because they're all the different days of the week there. And I wanted to do a little bit, you're not even on YouTube making videos, yeah? Shadow banning. Like, it's weird, isn't it? Also, I think also, because I speak out against capitalism, I think that might not help, because YouTube is big in on the capitalism. And I've spoken out against the YouTube print, like in amongst our work, talking about these Tartarians, I've spoken out against how YouTube promotes the idea you should manipulate your audience. So, you know, I've maybe trodden in a bosh there. This is our weekly schedule. It's our weekly schedule. I wanted to just do some work on this today as well. Monday we do mental health. Monday on Twitch, every Monday. And at the moment I'm also doing, I'll just put YouTube stream there. I want to start to plan out my week a bit better. We definitely, I like what we do on Wednesday. Wednesday words. Very dramatic music in the background for Wednesday words there. Wednesday words on YouTube. That's fine. Why have you gone dramatic, Genshin Impact? So we're going to do a bit of that today. No kilobytes, what the fuck? Are we still rolling? Weird. Now, I'll tell you why this is weird, right? Is because I've got Virgin Media came round last week. No, 2 weeks ago now, and I had them fix our internet. And we are pumping out the kilobytes at 6,000 kilobytes a second. There's absolutely no reason for my internet to suddenly stop and go back off and on again. I'm not saying I'm getting shadow banned on the internet, like, through the wires. I'm just saying it's just one of those things. Like, it's just one of those things. The system is telling me I'm on the whole new system. I've got a new internet connection. I've got a new computer. It's pumping out the kilobytes. There's no problem. There's no problem. It's just had a little hiccup. yeah, so there's that. I'll tell you about the raid. I'll tell you about the raid next, because this is interesting. And then we'll get on to working on our notepad. That's what we're going to do. No, Words is fun, isn't it? Words is fun. There's no fucking it up. I had fun. That was the main thing. Let's have some fun that's not breaking our brains. Now, I'll tell you about the raid, right? And then I'll tell you why I can't really do a big stream today, because it's my brain is already broken because of all this weekend stuff. So I'm already worried about the shadow banning. I'm already not happy with the shadow banning. And then I got raided, but in a good way. In a good way. So this is our Genshin Impact stream from the weekend. Was just playing the old Genshin Impacts. Just me and Juzzy there. There's not many people in the stream. Doesn't matter. When you stream, it doesn't, like, this is a good top tip for anyone. When you're streaming, it's all good practice. You're doing a live recording, and I edit the Genshin Impact, some of the stuff. I used to do a lot more editing. We'll talk about that in a minute. I edit the Genshin Impact stuff, and I put it on YouTube as a story. So this is the story quest. So I'm doing the story quest. I'm talking to camera. I'm having fun. But there was only really a couple of people there watching, Juzzy and maybe one other person. But we're having fun. It's Sunday evening. It's a late night for me. It was about 11 o'clock in the evening. A late night Sunday stream. Just chilling, you know, just chilling, playing this game, doing the story, having a chat. And then I got raided. So if I skip this on. Boom, 13 raiders. You can see it. You can't see it in the chat because my face is in the way. Because my face is in the way, edit, transform along the horizon. There we go, and I'll move over here. So there's the chat. Look, boom, whoa. What's going on in chat there? 13 raiders joined. So what happened here? I might as well play the volume. For Penguin, thank you for the raiding party. Thank you for a raid. This is the first time I've ever had a raid. This is the first time I've ever been raided. I actually instinctively feel like I should go and check the front door now. Feel a little bit like I should go and check the front door. Getting raided. Maybe I should be upstairs burning all the files. If I'm getting raided, shouldn't I be flushing all the flour and sugar down the toilet? Is that what they do on the films, isn't it? If they get raided, you get all the flour and the sugar, you flush that down the toilet. And if you're getting raided, what else do you have to do? You have to burn all the files. I should be off out the back window. I should don't worry, out the back window, top back window of your house. Don't worry about the, you know, they're trying to get in the front, aren't they? So out the top back, and then over the roof, down in the garden, over the garden. I don't know about the dog. The dog's gonna have to go over the fence. Getting raided. So what happened is I was playing this game, like I said, just quietly on Sunday, and then all of a sudden someone else, Sniper Penguin. This is their Twitch. We'll look at it in a second. Sniper Penguin. What happens on Twitch is that see, Twitch has got its own gamer streamer culture, and what happens is if you're streaming and you're finishing your stream and you've got a few people watching, you might go to somebody else's stream and put all of your viewers in their stream. It's called a raid. You put all their viewers, so all these 20 people that were watching Sniper Penguin play Genshin Impact and Sniper Penguin, all of a sudden all entered my stream at once, and it made me quite excited. I'll tell you that, it made me quite excited. It also made me feel nervous and anxious, because I'm doing this streaming. I'm here with you, aren't I? I'm talking to you now, historian. I always feel like I'm talking to one or two people like you. I don't often feel like I'm talking to 50, 60 people at once, because we're building up small streamer. You know, I'm not talking to 50, 60 people at once. And when it happened, you can see I'm excited. I do a bit of chuffing and talking and, you know, what have you. But also it made me feel a bit anxious. And like it's like high emotions. It's like high emotions. I want to say thank you to Sniper Penguin, of course. That's one of the things I want to do. I think I'm going to cut and edit a little video called Thanks Sniper Penguin. So that's to come up. I'll talk about editing in a little bit when we get the notepad out. But all these people are now commenting, like new people. I'm not used to having so many people talk at the same time and having to pick out the different things. For this, my chat was up there on the big new telly. I need to get a second monitor for chat, like a special little, I might get a little, what do you call them, not a phone, a little tablet for chat or something, because it was quite hard for me to keep, like, anyway, that happened. Some tippies come in, and then it gets even more, what's the word, look, I need to just skip on a bit. Hype train, there you go, hype train. you can't see the hype train, I don't think. But what happens is, as people give tips and subscribe, it creates, again, they've got this culture on Twitch of like doing this stuff. Look, there it all popped off then, all these subs, look. It creates a hype train. So it says, oh, hype train, choo choo. And then the more people feed into the hype train, the better that gets or something. I'm not that au fait with it. But Snippy's dropped a load of subs. So all these people are now subbed to my channel over there. And that's financial subbing as well. It's not just, you know, clicking a button. So look, Sniper Penguin says, holy shit. And Dallas Cubby, woohoo. And like everyone's popping off. And I'm excited and like, wow. Turned on my record player, my deck. And I'm talking and having a chat and doing having fun. But like, it was quite a lot for me. It's quite a lot for me emotional. I'm watching this now. The stream's looking a bit jerky. I wonder why that is, because it shouldn't be. It should be absolutely proper, crisp 1080p, that stream. It should not be herky-jerky. Maybe it's because of all the people in the chat or something. Or maybe it's because I'm watching a stream on a stream. Maybe it's that. I'm worrying about my settings now. I don't have to worry about my settings now. That's a different conversation. But yeah, so that happened yesterday. I got raided. And it happened at chuffing midnight. So going to bed was difficult. Like, just getting to bed was difficult. Look. But yeah, I mean... No, I shouldn't have said that. Now, look. You can see how happy I am. Happy. I'm anxious. I'm a little bit like... Ooh. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because I'm playing... And I'm looking up there at the chat, and it's not up there. It's down there. I need to move those things around. So anyway, I got raided yesterday. I got raided. Yeah. And so I need to find some of these people and say thank you to some of these people. So the main one is Sniper Penguin. So let's just pause that so it's not all jumping around. Sniper Penguin. This is Sniper Penguin. They're on Twitch. I'm getting confused now because it's a Twitter thing. There's their Twitter. So I'm going to press their Twitter. I hope it doesn't come up with anything like, you know, rude because I'm live on stream. So this is their Twitter. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not seeing any nudity. What the hell's this? Oh, he's cleaning cars. Right. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's Twitter. I'm going to follow Nigel, Tech Twitch Tinkerer, Sniper Penguin on Twitter. I'm doing that. Done. Boom. I suggest you do the same. At Sniper Penguin. And isn't it interesting that... oh, it's not herky-jerky for you, Nige. It's just my end, my computer. That's weird. Because I've got the, you know, I've got the gamer tank running over there, whatever that is. I don't know what it is. You've shared other YouTube videos on your blog. Every time they've been effed over in comments a few days later. I'm the first one who publicly questioned the Tartaria narrative in 2019. Oh, right. Interesting. We'll have to get to that. Yeah, interesting here. I was going to say Sniper Penguin. No, this is who Sniper Penguin is, the person who did the raid yesterday. We've got a Squirrel Sniper, haven't we? Squirrel Sniper in our chat and floating around the YouTube. Squirrel Sniper, Sniper Penguin, they could be friends. So I just wanted to say, look, they don't have a YouTube. I'm going to make an edit to say thank you. I can't get this to go up now. Why can't I get it? Okay, there. They've got a Twitter. They've got an Instagram, but I don't. So I'm not allowed to look at Instagram, I don't think. Yeah, look. Oh, am I? Cookies. Obviously, I don't want any cookies. I don't want any cookies. But this is their Insta. I don't use Insta, so I don't know how this works. I can't follow it because I don't have one, but you should. There you go. Look. See, I can't click on the... I wanted to show you the picture. I can't show you the picture. I'm sorry. But this is their Instagram, and that's them. And thank you. I'm saying thank you. And I'm going to make a little video. So... what I didn't do, and I really should have done, is while this was happening, look, you can see I've got my chat on the screen there. This is something I've learned now. Chat's on the screen there, and it happens to us here, doesn't it? You're watching, you're on the screen now. So what I need to do is, if I ever get raided again, or if anything like this ever happens again, I want to do this, look, boom, and then get this chat and go boom, like that, right? And then I want the chat to be going past really fast with all the emoticons going off. I need this for the edit, so I'm going to have to wait for our busiest point in my next busiest stream, and ask for this, because then behind it I'll be here going like, whoa, whoa, you know, like it's all happening, and it could all be floating past on the screen in front of my face. Whoa, whoa, I need that for the edit. That's what I really need for the edit. I don't have it because I didn't think to do it, but and also I wanted to play some music behind that. Now, there's lots of different musical choices that could work for that little montage sequence, and then I can chop that up and like put it in with a bit more music and put the raid thing happening and zooms and this and that, and like thank you Squirrel Snipe, and like check out their channel, and like, you know, a few clips of my talking. Bring the chairs out the shed. Someone's putting the old, I know, in the shed I've got an antique, yes, I have got an 18th century antique reclining chair that I, like, what am I going on about? What I'm going on about is I suggested getting raided felt a bit like, getting raided felt a bit like people all coming around your house all at once. Like, you know, if you're sat quietly playing a video game and you get raided, all these people are suddenly in your chat, you know? They're suddenly all in your chat. Like, it suddenly felt like, I liked it because it's good. But I've, like, instinctively, if tomorrow someone flicked a switch, or right now, let's say someone flicks a switch, and suddenly I've got 1 million people in my stream, they all fucking love it. Whatever I'm doing, even if I'm just doing this, they fucking love it. There's 1 million people here. Like, I don't know if I'd like that. Like, this went on, this all happened, and I was like, oh my God, this is great. But Asmongold has days where he's making money, he's got subs coming out of his ass, whatever, and he's just chilling and doing his stream. You have to be able to maintain your normal persona, like to be yourself and not get overwhelmed by this. And this is only the thin end of the wedge. This is a little raid, 20 people. It was great for me. It's a huge thing. It's big on Twitch for me. That's going from 2 to 20. It's 10 times the viewers. But like, in the big picture, if I'm to grow and I'm to expect thousands of people watching like that would be huge for me, thousands, bear in mind. And if I'm to expect that to ever happen, I can't just like lose my shit every time, can I? So I've got to, like, you know, learn to calm down, learn to chill, learn to not be anxious. The way I outlined it is I said it was a bit like, suddenly you've got 20 people turn up. You're having a little chat in your little room with your friends, you know, having a little cup of tea with Joe and Nigel and Uncontrolled Historian, and all of a sudden 20 people come in your stream. It's suddenly the room starts to fill. They've all come in the room. They're all coming in. Oh, you're all right. How are you going? I brought a bottle. Hey, get set up. Someone turn the stereo on, and suddenly you're having a party. That's how it felt to me, and I felt difficult. Like, I was doing my Sunday streaming chilling mode, so suddenly I was like excitable and excited. So I did do a bit of my excited chat, a bit of my chatting, my chuffing. Did do a bit of that. Bit of the old improv chuffing, but it like the mood change in me was weird. I don't know how I'd handle it if my stream grew quickly. I think I prefer it that we're growing slowly. I think I prefer the steady to like massive explosion, because I can get a handle on this. I can start to learn your names and, you know, talk to you and remember things. All of a sudden there was lots of people in my chat. It was good though. It was good. So that was yesterday. That was Sunday. Thank you to Sniper Penguin. Let's have a look at that. He's done a giveaway. Okay, it says intended for mature audiences, and obviously I'm on YouTube in the middle of the day, but I'm going to start watching and assume there's not going to be any pornography, because you can't do that on Twitch. You can't do pornography. We don't need to look at that advert. That can go. I say you can't do pornography. You can do ASMR hot tubs, so maybe maybe you can. But I just want to get their stream up so that we can see them and say thank you. Come on, the old internet. Why is my internet chugging? That shouldn't chug, should it? Maybe it's them at their end. There's Sniper Penguin. Thank you, Sniper Penguin. Thank you. I've yet to have the time to sit down and watch like your entire stream from yesterday and see the whole context of everything. I've yet to take it all in.
You have another week for Ayaka. Have they actually announced the end date now? Is the end date on the banner?
Seems like he knows what's going on in the game, and it seems like he's got his stream set up all sorted. So, yeah, like, that's all good in the hood. Like, I admire that. It's the sort of stuff that, like, you know, if I could switch on my stream and it all looked like that every time and was running smoothly and I knew what was going on. Yeah, that's good, look. So, dead chuffed about that. I want to say thank you, thank you so much. This is like I'm grateful, so grateful, but also it's part of the, I believe, part of the culture of Twitch, isn't it? That people raid other people's channels, they're into gaming, and within gaming you've got a subculture within a certain game, and within that subculture you've got your own lingo and your own slang, and like there's so much depth in that field of streaming on Twitch. I think it's interesting that what we do here on YouTube is not really that. We're like kind of separate, yeah? Like we've got Twitch for gaming and that culture and poggers and stuff like that. And on YouTube here, what I'm doing here is a bit more general, isn't it? It's a bit more, I call it variety, but it's a bit more, I think YouTube's going to grow as a general platform for streaming for general stuff. And that gaming niche, Twitch might still dominate. So here's the interesting thing that we come on from this, right? Oh look, you converted your own old pigsty into a barn, got invaded by hordes of teenagers. I knew them all and they were wonderful. My son was, but that's the sort of thing, yeah, house party. Like, it could be loads of fun, can't it? But if it happens on a Sunday night when you weren't expecting it, and I've got to try and develop our stream so that it has the right vibe. If it's going to be like a party, it has the right vibe as well. That's also interesting. So these are things I'm thinking about as we grow. I can switch my face back now, can't I? I like being on the other side. I feel a bit out of sorts over here, to be fair. That's better. I feel a bit more normal now over here. I feel a bit better over here. Although the chat needs to be on top. There you go. So, yeah, what I was going to then go on to say was, right, so YouTube, my channel. There was a suggestion in one of my streams on Twitch that we set up a separate channel for the Genshin Impact stream videos. Like, because I'm dumping a lot of different content on this one channel. If I remove all the Genshin Impact from this channel, it makes a bit more sense in that it's a chuffing channel. It's a YouTube stream, 2 PM GMT, what we do here, chuffing channel. That makes sense, doesn't it? We're doing all sorts of stuff. We're doing conspiracy theories. We're doing other things that we talk about. Mental Health Monday, boxing sometimes. Anything can be brought up and talked about in a daytime, 2 PM GMT. We'd looked at Indonesian McDonald's. But in amongst all this, you'll see a lot of gaming as well, because all those Twitch streams get uploaded to here. Because this was just going to be my live stream channel. Any live stream goes on here. We might rebrand the name as well. Yeah, you see, you're not a gamer. None of you here that are here live here today now are specifically here because of the gaming that I do on Twitch. I absolutely understand that. I still instinctively feel, though, that I want to maintain... Because let me tell you a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, stay right here. I'll tell you how I became sort of a YouTuber, basically. I'll tell you how I became a YouTuber. So my first YouTube channel was True Binaural and ASMR. I used to be a hairdresser, and you've heard these sort of stories before, but I'm really going to briefly go over it to set some context for what we're saying here. So I gave up hairdressing and I started making media. And when I gave up hairdressing, I had anxiety issues, I guess. So I was listening, I found ASMR videos to help me sleep. This ASMR artist is the first one that I really found that helped me sleep. And I was watching these weird whispering and tap, like, thing. This one.
Hi, this is
Not that.
29-year-old.
Not that. What's that? Get that off. Looks like a bit of carpet. Get it off. You know, this ASMR stuff. I don't have to explain it to you. So I'm not going to. And then I made my own channel. So I got started on YouTube doing a bit of my own ASMR channel. And that was in 2014. So I've been making ASMR on YouTube 2014. And then obviously you have, obviously, it's not obvious, is it? Why is it all obvious? Why do I say obviously all the time? Then I created Battery Exhausted. I went with my friend Matt and we filmed a film about strongman. So this definitely wasn't ASMR. But I had this sort of scrapbook channel I did little bits with my camera that didn't go on the ASMR channel. So I used to just throw them up on this scrapbook channel since 2014. And Battery Exhausted actually grew to 1,000 subscribers and got me monetized. So that was cool. But none of this stuff is actually, like, all the early videos on there are just rubbish. They're just like scrapbook things. Just things that didn't make it to the ASMR channel. Sometimes it's ASMR based, sometimes it's my dog singing. Like, where was I going to upload this? Oh, just stick it on Battery Exhausted. That's right. So I then had a second channel that just I uploaded a load of chuff to, and some of it I started doing vegan videos. Look, started doing my own music and my vegan videos. So that kind of took over the channel. It became a music and veganism channel. Again, I should have had one channel at that point. I should have said, look, I'm doing this, so let's just make this the vegan channel and let's put all the music on another channel. Maybe that's better for the YouTube algorithms. But for me, if I do just a music channel, I'm not 100% a musician all the time, so I never push it hard enough. It never gets any views. If I just do this channel, I like to put things all together on a channel that's me, because then if you like my conversations about veganism, you might also check out my music. I don't know if that's probably wrong for YouTube, because if you drop a good track, then your next video is about veganism. The algorithms can't work you. The best video I've got performance-wise is the Eddie Hall documentary, behind the scenes, which has nothing to do with any of this other crap. But obviously I went and filmed a bit of a documentary about Eddie Hall with my mate, and the B-side backstory video got a lot of views. So I learned from Battery Exhausted, though, that I stopped doing YouTube for a bit. I went away and made a film in Sweden. Binaural, you've done binaural for years? Yeah, absolutely binaural. I'm true binaural and ASMR, yeah, binaural. All binaural. That was the thing that I really enjoyed about the ASMR, was that I was introduced to binaural sound through those videos, and I thought, oh, this sounds amazing. And I loved sound. I was making music. I loved sound. I was the sound man on a documentary. So sound and microphones, that's why I'm talking into a lovely Rode boom mic, and I've got a Sontronic Sigma ribbon mic over there. Like, I love sound and music, so this was just like really interesting to me, the ASMR. So I did it, got into it, and yeah, binaural, 100% binaural, loving the binaural qualities, loving it. So then I went away from YouTube because I worked on a different film, went to Sweden for a couple of weeks, spent 6 months editing. So I'm an editor, media producer, and I started again. I like the idea of streaming. After we talked about how my nan was here living at our house, so I moved all this stuff out of this room, and she had this bedroom. I cared for my nan. So then I started streaming. So now we're on a new start, okay? Now we're on a new start. Now we're on the new channel, Ganji Kid. And this, I just stream on Twitch, and I upload the VODs to Ganji Kid. And I'm told that you're supposed to have other channels to draw attention to this channel. You have edit channels. So just like the other, I've got YouTube channels, so I can do that. Ganji Cuts, editing the streams that we do that are just chuffing and stuff like that. Anything that's not like serious talk can go on Ganji Cuts. It's just an edited clips, edited episodes channel. Ganji Arts is when I want to do a review and do anything sensible and serious, a review. So I did game reviews and blockchain, crypto art and NFTs, an interview with a game developer, that all goes there. That makes sense, doesn't it? That makes sense, reviewing things culturally. And then I've also got Ganji Clips. Now, you can see what's happening. I've got quite a lot of channels, haven't I? And I'm trying to do what YouTube and Twitch and everyone else suggested, which is to use the clips to draw attention to the mainstreams so that people end up watching the mainstreams. And I can edit, but I found doing all this too much work. Editing all this stuff was loads of work. And also, what was funny about it is the clips didn't get as many views, just about the same number of views as the damn streams. And then I found, sorry, jumping through the different channels there. Then I found that what we're doing here on YouTube in the daytime and what we're doing on Twitch, slightly separate. Like I said, more gaming on Twitch. So I used to do the chuffing on Twitch, But now I do all the chuffing here, and I do all the game on Twitch. That kind of makes sense. Maybe I should have a Twitch channel, YouTube channel, and a chuffing. I don't know. But I'm already thinking that what's happening again is I'm doing what I did with Battery Exhausted, which is to just put too much different random stuff. That's why I wanted to be a variety streamer. So people assume it's variety, so they know it's always going to be different. But Genshin Impact is such a big, long game. I'm going to be playing that for months, if not a year. So you're going to get a lot of Genshin Impact coming up. What we're doing here with the mental health conspiracy, the conspiracy iceberg, the Tartaria stuff, it all comes under a bit of a big umbrella, and we're going to be on doing that. So we're going to settle into, we've got word games as well. I hope that helps throw in that diversity. So I don't know what the answer is. Yeah, that's why I do the left and right ear. Yeah, exactly, that's exactly why, so that people know which way they put the headphones on before we start the video. But it just stuck, and I'm on mono right now, so it don't matter. But yeah, I don't know if I'm doing the right or wrong thing here. I don't know if I'm doing the right or wrong thing. I don't know if I should be maintaining the variety, or if I should be breaking it all down into separate channels. But what I can tell you is that breaking it all down into separate channels I find very difficult. I tried it for 2 years, nearly a year and a half. Ganji Arts, Ganji Cuts. I can't maintain that upload schedule, because this is the secret. This is the little secret. A few of our episodes have been quite long recently, but what I've actually discovered is that if I make a YouTube stream, and I make it a decent stream, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours maximum, we'll say, but 1 hour 30 plus, and it's good, and it's a decent stream, then you can you actually get views on it. Like, people are interested, they'll stay and they'll watch it, and you get views on it. If I do the same thing on Twitch and then upload it to YouTube, YouTube don't want it. YouTube say, oh, that's a Twitch stream you've uploaded. Yeah, I'm not directing people to Twitch. That doesn't get many views. So I know that because I've done all the different kinds of content on both platforms. So what I'm saying is now is it's better not to try and edit your Twitch streams. I actually think it's better to try and self-edit and make a good stream and not do a load of rubbish. So do a good YouTube stream for 1 hour and a half, 2 hours, pre-plan it with my notes, make it good, and then leave it there on YouTube and it does its job. You know, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Today you blogged Aldous Huxley, the Westminster Play, out, and wants to categorise that. That's another really good point. When you choose, what we're doing today is called entertainment. I've got other options in YouTube. I could choose education, but if I choose education, it wants to know what course, what subject. Hang on, like, okay, I could choose how-to, but it's not a how-to video because I'm not showing someone how to. YouTube's category system is a little bit funny like that as well. There's not a category for conspiracy theory, iceberg in review, social and cultural conversation. There's not a category for that. And I don't know if I'm spoiling the channel by uploading all this Genshin Impact stuff. Like, what I don't want is to have a separate Genshin Impact channel that after a year and a half kind of dies when I maybe move on to a different game, because I want to keep moving through the games. I want to have an interesting opinion on all these different things. I like, you know, moving through that world and not being stuck on one thing. But having said that, I really love Genshin Impact at the moment, so we're going to play the chuff out of it. This is my problem. I don't know. So let me just show you then. Let me show you the notepad, because this is the crux of it all. This is the notepad, and we can work this out together, I think. And it might. I believe what will happen is it will organically happen. I'll like see something happening on the stream, and I'll say, okay, it's time to do this, or it's time to do that. Maybe, you know, Juzzy's right, and I should have a separate Genshin Impact channel. But you'd have to tell me, do you hate these Genshin Impact videos? Do you just ignore them? Do they come up on your live, you know, notifications and you think, oh, fuck that? Or does it not matter to you and, you know, you're happy just to have a few different things coming up? Have you been introduced to something on the channel that you might not have previously watched? In which case, that's a good thing that it came up. See, I don't know. But what I tend to do at the moment, right, is Monday, we're doing what we do now, YouTube. And in the evening, I do Mental Health Monday on Twitch. That is talking into camera. Maybe I should move that to YouTube. I've been doing it on Twitch consistently for over a year. I wanted to offer mental health support to the young people on Twitch. Maybe not just young people, but there is a demographic difference. On YouTube, it's slightly more grown-up people. And on Twitch, it's like, you know, like TikTok is all the young people. On TikTok, it's all the young people and all the people who want to exploit the young people and grab their attention for their subscribe to me, buy my stuff. That's who it is. But you watched my Genshin Impact video. It's a fun game. So there you go. You've watched it and it didn't offend you. So nice to have that opinion. Thank you, Lindsay, for letting me know that. I think I might continue with just, you know, variety on the stream and just allow it to be organic. But like I said, I do worry that maybe I should segment it out. If I did want to segment it out, I'd have to be bigger and I'd have to have someone else editing. I'll tell you about editing. I'm going to get into editing in a minute. But yeah, so Monday, Mental Health Mondays on Twitch. But should it be on YouTube? I present it on Twitch because I want to be on the same platform as the people that, because we know there's a mental health crisis with young people, don't we? I'll show you that now. It's really important to me, and I can't understand why it's not important to our government. Mental Health UK, I'll just put that, and we'll just put the news, and it'll come up. There you go, straight up, top one. Evidence of UK's mental health crisis is stark and compelling. Like, you can't, what happens with mental health is that you can't fix it overnight, but these people need immediate intervention. They need someone helping them from tomorrow. Like, they can't go to the doctor and say, oh, 6 months down the line you can have an assessment, which is what fucking happens. So these people need help now, and if they don't get it, it knocks onto other things. It spills out into other problems. It affects their education if they're young. It affects their prospects in life. If they're a bit older, it might affect, you know, their job prospects, and it might affect the way they interact with society, and, you know, it could cause them to become criminal in some aspects. Or maybe society criminalizes them for their breakdown is another way to look at it. It's just, I'm surprised that something that if you fix this at root, and I believe the root is poverty and also social justice, and you know, people shouldn't be bullied and mistreated by their peers and their government. You know, people should have the right to live a comfortable life. So anyway, like, you know, we're not doing all that today now, but there you go. So we do Mental Health Monday, and it's also young people. It's absolutely also young people. It's a big killer in young people. The Children's Society's found that happiness levels among children and young people have declined to the extent that 7% of the UK 10 to 15-year-olds are unhappy, and that's like huge numbers of kids. So, like, if they're on Twitch watching us play games, where's Twitch? There's Twitch. If they're on Twitch watching us play games, then I'm going to do Mental Health Monday every Monday, 8 p.m. GMT on Twitch. Sorry, I'm just got these other windows open. I'm not doing Sniper Penguin now. There's me. I'm doing Mental Health Monday on Twitch, 8 p.m. GMT, because I think someone might just stop by. Someone might just, you know, pop by and they might find it, and then it might help them. And then, so what I do is I edit that back to the Ganji Kid channel. So now we've got another channel called Mental Health Monday. So I edit that into, I take, like, for example, if this was a Mental Health Monday video and I'd done all this talking, I'd edit that out because it's all just, I get it make it to the point and upload that to YouTube. I haven't uploaded for a month. I think if I try and upload once a month there, that's good. Because it's all work, isn't it? It's all work. So editing an episode will take me a day, an afternoon. The critical point is the computer then has to export it and upload it. So I've got 2 computers now. Yay. I can't work on both at the same time though. But this is all work, isn't it? It's all work. It's all things that we do. And this doesn't get as many views. I have to accept that. It's mental health support. It's not as popular on YouTube. But I've given it the thumbnails. I've done my work. I've done, you know, as much as I can to try and make it both entertaining, interesting, but critically, you know, if you're going to talk about how to tell your judgmental family something difficult, then you can't just break it down into a 2-minute Twitch, TikTok, Twitter. You know, you can't break it down like that, because whilst that might be what brings in the younger audience, and, you know, doing mental health support on TikTok might be great because you reach them, I can't speak in 30 seconds and be as meaningful. So sometimes these videos are long, and if people want to find them, they're there, and they will help some people. They've already helped some people, but, you know, maximum numbers, 20s and 30s. It is what it is, but I'm not going to stop doing that. That's important. I just wonder whether we should move it to YouTube or not, because then theoretically maybe I could even stream on that channel, and I don't have to edit it. I can just just stream and leave them there, and then I've got one less job. All these editing jobs theoretically are supposed to bring more people in. The edits are supposed to get more views than the live streams. But if we can make a really good live stream that's like self-edited, that doesn't need much editing, why do I need to edit and work double bubble? Do you know what I'm saying? And that seems to be what happens on YouTube. If I do a live stream, it gets more views. What have I done here? Oh no, are you talking to each other? That's fine. So it's interesting, that is, to me. It's interesting. Let's go back to Notepad because I want to show you what we're doing. So what I would then do is Tuesday, we're learning about the schedule, I would edit Mental Health Monday, and then in the evening I would be uploading. Right, I've got it on caps lock, thank you. New keyboard. I'll press all the keys today, not just the ones I want to use. Wednesday we're doing words with YouTube. I like that. Word games on YouTube. It means we take a break from our thinking and stress, and we do that. And in the evening I'm supposed to be on Twitch playing, I'll just put games, because that will vary. The games will always vary. Genshin Impact is the current game, but games will always vary. And Thursday and Friday and Saturday, we know the weekends are Twitch gaming. For both weekend days, it's a lot more relaxed for me. It's a lot more easygoing. I don't have to write a script. It's my days off. It means that also I can have a day off if I want. That could just be day off. You know, if I choose, no one's going to be angry that I didn't appear on Twitch and play a game for an hour. Do you know what I mean? But last weekend I did 5 hours, so it balances out. We also want to fit in Tartaria. Should it be Thursday? Should it be Tuesday? Should it be Friday? We also need to fit in a bit more editing, because I'm doing more stuff, aren't I? Should I? Do I need to maintain these edited channels? I definitely need a Mental Health Monday edit. I think I want to maintain that for my own conscience. So I think I want an edit day for that, and it really, Tuesday's a good day to do it. But maybe I do a little bit of maybe I do the edit in the evening, and maybe I do a YouTube stream in the daytime. Thursday, Friday. Friday evening is Twitch gaming. Most evenings should be Twitch gaming. Really, I think. So we need a Tartaria day, don't we? We absolutely need a Tartaria day. Oh, you got toothache. What a chuffer. That's another one. I don't know if you're in this situation. I have to keep diverting for these things because I can't get these through my head yet. 10 years of Tory government. 10 years of Tory rule. You know, it's been longer than 10 years now, hasn't it? We didn't elect Theresa May. She got in because the last one binned it off. David Cameron binned it off and they put Theresa May in. And then Boris Johnson got in because she binned it off and he just got in, didn't he? And then he actually won an election eventually. I can't believe they voted for him because look at the fucking mess they've made. People can't even get to the dentist. You can't even get a dentist appointment these days. It is absolutely a load of chuff. I shouldn't let it get me down, but at some point in this schedule here, I do need a day off, and I need a thinking day. This is a great example. What happened yesterday with the raid, and what happened with the shadow banning, which I discovered over the weekend. If you just come to stream, I'll just quickly show you this. Turn off the notepad. One of our videos got shadow banned. Content set to private by YouTube. Just as we're taking off, just as things are growing. Content set to private by YouTube. The video that we watched, the Wendigoon video, not private. Not a problem for Wendigoon. They get 2.5 million subs and what have you. We get no viewers over the crucial golden hours and day. Weird that YouTube wanted to shut me down. Yeah. Got shadow banned. So I need time to think about things and to... honestly, I need time to cogitate and juggle those mental balls, and then I often think it out in an edit as well. So, because I edit, properly edit films, or have edited a film, I should say, and I edit all our content if I need to. It would be nice to be able to do some editing and to have an editing day where I make some content. Certainly if I'm going to do reviews, because there's the other thing, let's put this at the bottom. These are things that I want the channels to do. Review, I'm going to put culture, open brackets. It is gaming at the moment on Twitch, and I'm reviewing those games, but in a cultural context. And it's not just gaming, it's also YouTube phenomena, which is how I found the Tartaria stuff. And it could be social events. I want to have I don't want to be a social commentator as such, like political social commentary, but I want to review culture. That makes sense. Alongside that, I want to interview people. Open brackets, game developers. Because I find them very interesting people. But, you know, I'll just put people. That makes sense, doesn't it? I want them in this room with a microphone, or I want them on the Zoom, but I want to interview people. I've got computers set up now, and it's all... You've never voted in your life. I vote quite often, but I do feel like I might as well just go and, you know, throw £1 into the toilet and have, you know, the same effect on the world. Like, I honestly, I know that where I live, it's a setup. Like, the Conservatives always win, so... Like, I might as well just go and throw my £1 in the toilet. But it makes a difference, doesn't it? At least the Greens feel a little bit happier when they see a vote. Oh, I've told you where I voted. Oh, no. But anyway, look. Yeah, I want to interview game developers and people. I want to do that. I need to edit. Because... certainly the Ganji arts, you know, the cultural review things, they don't make... You can't do a cultural review in a live stream. You have to edit out all the chuff and put the overlays and, you know, do a better job of it. So, edit. I certainly want to edit the arts. I'll probably want to edit the interviews. You know, and the idea, the theory is that you edit content for marketing. So you edit stuff and make a short out of it, and you edit stuff and put clips out, and that gets people to watch. But like I told you, it's the opposite with us. People only watch our clips because they watch the chuffing streams. So, but in theory, I want to do that. I need £1 to get in the toilet to throw £1. That's true. Spend 20p to spend a penny these days, isn't it? It used to be 20p. It's gone up. Inflation. In inflation, you can't just spend a penny anymore. You have to spend 36. But inflation doesn't work for everything, thank God, because otherwise we'd all get paid more, wouldn't we? Or, you know, we'd all get more for our money in other ways, but we don't. In fact, it works the opposite way for that. So, well done. Well done, the economics. Well done, those with economics. Well done, those in charge who are dealing with... Oh, is it Richie Sunak? Is he responsible for that right now? Yes. What's he going to do? Cut business tax? Oh, that's going to help. He's managed to get himself on the rich list, though, so well done. I mean, obviously, he doesn't care about any of us, does he? Obviously. Clearly. I mean, otherwise, he'd be doing something different with his life. Look. This is me trying to work out how to do something different with my life. I want to do a Friday... This has got to be a Friday YouTube, hasn't it? Friday's YouTube stream. Am I saying Tuesdays is my day off? I don't know. I want to do Tartaria. And really, I do Words with Friends on a Wednesday because it gets too much, all this conspiracy stuff. So I need to fit in, at the moment, Tartaria and Wendigoon. And they need to go either side of Wednesday, don't they? So we'll put conspiracy here. We'll just put conspiracy. I mean, maybe we start doing a stream where I don't just do Martin Liedtke's new thing or so-and-so's new thing. Maybe we do like a 2-hour stream where we keep up with the week's conspiracy videos. With the week's Tartaria news. You know, maybe we turn it into that eventually. Rather than me ripping one whole video apart for an hour and a half. I don't know. You'd have to tell me. But let's say Tuesdays is conspiracy because we've got Wednesday after to buffer it so we can relax on Wednesday evening. On Wednesday daytime. And then Thursday... I suppose I'm saying conspiracy. At the moment, it's conspiracy again, but it might be Tartar. It's Wendigoon's Iceberg. I put Iceberg because that won't get us banned on YouTube. And then YouTube on Friday can be fun. It doesn't have to be serious. Not serious stuff. Leading into a weekend gaming stream, and the only thing I don't have is enough editing days in that, do I? So certainly Tuesday evenings, I'm not working Tuesday. Maybe Thursday evenings, I'm not doing Twitch either. So I'm only doing Twitch on a Monday, a Wednesday, a Friday. That makes more sense. We'll definitely say that. I say off, but it's not off. It's editing. This is what I do for the money. So do you think that I mean this is your schedule as well. This is what you want to see. Is that acceptable to you? Does it feel right? Do we move Mental Health Monday to YouTube? These are the big questions. I'll write them down here like Rec4 used to. Do we move Mental Health Monday to YouTube? Question mark. As it is chuffing. Conversation. The other question is there something you're missing? I missed your streaming the game development film. No, yeah, I will put it... The thing is, right, so I've got that to... if I go to Twitch... God, I don't even know how to work this. Channel, my channel. If you go to my Twitch channel, it should be there. What Twitch does is they delete videos. They don't leave them up forever. So recent broadcasts, why is it not there? If you go videos... recent broadcasts, view all. You see, Twitch is a bit more difficult to work, but it should still be here for a little bit of time. And I can't make it go down. Why can't I? Oh, use the scroll wheel. Okay. See, it's harder to find, isn't it? But it is here. It must be because there's Dr. K and Rectful Ethics. So... Stanley Parable. There it is. There it is. It is there. It's got a picture of a house. This is the other problem I've got with this film. How do you put a film poster together about video game developers? Because really, it's not about the actual games themselves. So it's like about game developers. And they're in Sweden in these cabins. But the cabins don't mean anything to do with game development. So it's really weird to try and make a thumbnail. I find it really hard. But it is there. I'm thinking about making it live on the YouTube channel. But what I did was when I started it, I did a bit of talking to explain what's rough and what's finished and what's not. What I want to do is just make a little front card that says this is rough, this is what's finished, this is what's not. So I'm not there for 20 minutes chuffing, and then broadcast it again, same principle, and then that one can be uploaded to YouTube a bit, you know, later. But it's quite important on terms of there's another issue I have with it, which is I haven't got the music licenses. And if I want to broadcast it on, if I want someone to buy it, which I really, God, please, I hope that, you know, somewhere down the line, someone wants to broadcast this on some sort of platform where they can pay me the £6,000 that I spent making the film. You know, I get the money back in that way. So if you broadcast it on YouTube, if you make it live on YouTube forever, then it means that when you come to sign a license agreement for your film, they don't want to buy it because it's been broadcast on YouTube. Like, there's an issue with that. So I'm able to broadcast the draft in a lower resolution, I think, with a bit of a director's commentary. Maybe that's okay. So that's what I plan to do, is make that draft with that placard at the front, but not the director's commentary. Do that as the next one, and then maybe do that. So it is there. You'll find it on the Twitch channel. And because Twitch automatically deletes over a period of time, it won't be there forever. It doesn't count as being uploaded to the internet for everyone to watch forever. So I can still sell it as a broadcast. So that's why it's there at the moment and not on YouTube yet. But yeah, you see, I should be doing more work on that. I should be promoting that film. And instead I'm doing Mental Health Monday and stuff like that. I've just realised I've shown you that and I've left the notepad on the screen. So you go here, you go videos, and then this is recent broadcasts, and you go view all, and then you scroll down, it's the one with the house there. So it's not that easy to find on Twitch, is it? But I have got that exact thing ready to go on YouTube, but instead of 10 minutes talking at the start, I want that placard. That's what I want there. Yeah, not too Twitch. This is the thing. That's Lindsay's that comment. Mental health Monday to YouTube, please. Yeah, you see, this is it. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that. Your comment is exactly the sense. It makes so much sense to me because on the other side of the screen, you know, on the other side, as a media producer, I know that Twitch is not a discovery platform. People don't discover you on Twitch. They don't find you on Twitch. I just had trouble finding our own video on Twitch. So I know that. And I know that YouTube is much better for that. But I also know that gaming does not sit so well on YouTube because YouTube is a much more general audience. So the niche market of gaming has cultivated, cultured and grown on Twitch. So they're different things. And that's this idea that if I want you to watch my Twitch streams, I should set up a YouTube channel with all my best bits, and people find that and they watch that and they go, you know what, I might start watching his Twitch streams. That's the theory of the social media flow. But YouTube don't want that to happen anymore. YouTube want you to watch YouTube streams. So when they see you uploading your Twitch stuff, I know it happens because I've got a channel where I've done it. That's this channel you're watching now. I've absolutely done it. I've done all the variety on Twitch and uploaded it for sort by oldest. You know, this is all variety that I've been doing on Twitch. A few games, a few chuffings, talking about giant stone Jesuses, all that sort of stuff. And then just bunged it up on YouTube as an archive because I need to save it somewhere because Twitch won't save it. And done the clips channels to get you watching the streams. And what actually has paid off the most is doing a Twitch, like what I'm doing now, right now, even though it's not full of all content like I used to struggle to, like, and we will continue to write and perform proper episodes where I've done research and investigation and have something to say. Today's just chilling. But, you know, these streams get all the views. It might be because it's Tesla Tartaria, it might be because it's Martin Liedtke, but actually it's because YouTube will promote its own live streams. That's what it is. So the old theory is out the window in a way. So I need to, like I said earlier, I need to make really good live streams on YouTube. That's what I need to do. And Genshin Impact Gaming does not belong here, really, because even, you know, the YouTube, what I'm trying to say is YouTube is aware that live streaming is growing, and they are growing as a live streaming platform, but they're not trying to attack the gaming market. They're happy to let Twitch have that niche and leave it. They've tried YouTube gaming over the years and it hasn't taken off. So if you try and be a gaming streamer on YouTube, God help you, it might really work, it might. But I still want to play games. I still want to stream games, so that's why I'm doing Twitch as well. The other thing that's really interesting is Twitch is more profitable for a smaller streamer. I'm what's the word? I'm an affiliate on Twitch, so I get subscribers, the money from that. I get the chippies money. It's much more of a Twitch culture that people chuck money at you. So that's more profitable for a smaller streamer. But as you grow, YouTube is the place to be once you hit those 1,000 subscribers. And YouTube will grow along those lines too. I use coffee.com. You see that at the bottom of the screen? That gives me more of the money. Bottom line. Not streamer alert settings, please. Just my page. Coffee.com here is a simple system. It's a separate website. So again, you have to get people to sign up to this first and then they can start using it. But once you've done that, if you tip me on this, I get all of the money essentially. Like they take about 2 or 3%, 10%. If you tip me on Twitch, Twitch take half. If you tip me on YouTube, YouTube take half. So I know I want to grow on YouTube, and YouTube you get your checks through like once a month if you make a certain amount, and Coffee it just goes straight into your PayPal. So this is the much more secure way for me to monetize, and it means I get a lot more of the money basically. So that's why I use Coffee. But essentially more people are on Twitch throwing money around. They're tipping their favorite streamers. That's what they're doing. So if you're a small streamer, you find you get this early financial incentive to be on Twitch. But in terms of growth, it's not the best place. It's harder to grow. in terms of gameplay growth, if I was on Genshin Impact, I got raided because there's a Genshin Impact community. So that's only going to happen there in terms of that. But if I play Genshin Impact on YouTube, maybe I'd grow and they'd find me there, but I don't know. So that's what's baffling me at the moment. That's what's up in the air in my juggling balls. I want to make an edit tomorrow for saying thank you to Penguin Sniper Penguin. I want to say thank you to them, make a little edit. I've got those juggling balls up in the air about getting raided, about getting Shadowbanned. About getting Shadowbanned. And I've just ended up, instead of doing a proper stream today, everyone's watching Johnny Depp. Instead of doing a proper stream today, I've just talked it all out, just chilling with you. Just talked it all out. I was sent an email by a famous TV company who wanted to film my novel. They asked me who owned the rights. I said, me. You never heard from again. Quite often as well, what's funny about writing as well, because I've done some writing as well, is that people will buy your book rights so that they own them, so that if they fancy making a film out of them, they can, but it doesn't mean they're going to. So it just precludes anyone else from using them. It happens quite a lot in Hollywood, and it's a bit of a shame, really. A bit of a shame, but, you know, whatever you get out of it, you have to try and get, don't you? But you kind of hope that if they bought the rights, they would actually do something with them and you'd see some benefit, not just they lock it away in a vault. Yeah. And someone offered me the opportunity to put my film on their website, but I would have to pay them $2,000 to, you know, put the subtitles on and do that final polishing bit of editing. And I was like, that's fine. How much money are you paying me? And they were like, no, you pay us $2,000. We put it on the website and you get like 70p every time someone watches it. And I was like, well, what if they don't watch it? What are you going to do to make sure they watch it? Oh, well, fuck, nothing, because we get a cut every time they watch it as well. So we might as well just, what they do is they're called an aggregator, and they just get as much content on as they can. And if anyone wants to buy it, that's good for them, isn't it? It's good for them. They don't have to do anything. You've paid them $2,000 to be part of it. They win all ways around. So I didn't want to do any of that, you know. Is this me? I've got to be flat smacked. Is that me? I don't know. Doesn't sound very pleasant, does it, to be smacked? I'm quite happy to do a stream where we talk about flat Earth concepts. What I do have to be worried about is that I'm in charge of this stream, so I'm responsible for what happens on stream. So if, for example, someone said something that was defamation, for example, just thinking of that because the Johnny Depp trial that's going on, which we're not watching until Johnny Depp comes on, thank you. The responsibility lies with me. It wouldn't be that's my guest, I can blame them. So if I have a guest on and they say a load of chuff, I have to actually counter it. I have to counter it. I have to say, no, that might be not, you know, you've said this, but everyone else thinks this. That's your opinion as a guest, but here's the alternative viewpoint, which, do you know what I mean? I have to actually counter it. And if they said something horrible or bad, I'd have to censor it. Like if they said like something defamatory about someone and it wasn't true, like if they called someone a pedo or something, I'd have to censor that. So I'd have to record the interviews first and watch them back and make sure that I'm not accidentally broadcasting anything that's going to get me in trouble, essentially. And, you know, I think carefully about media and stuff like that, which is why it's such a surprise that I got shadow banned by YouTube. That's why it's such a surprise that no one gets a notification from my streams. But I do think carefully about these things, you know, I do think carefully about these things. So, yeah, like, we can talk about that flat earth concept. And bear in mind as well that every time I mention these words, YouTube picks up. It knows the words you're saying these days, doesn't it? It knows if I swear. So it picks up all that and it affects how much we get shared. But I am prepared to do a stream dealing with these ideas. But like I said, okay, there's two things. Number one, I don't want a debate. No one wins a debate. Everyone gets cross. You don't decide to suddenly start thinking like I think. I suddenly don't decide to start thinking like you think. Even if we get shown some interesting evidence, we still have to take it away and think about it. No one wins a debate. We just end up arguing with each other. And the best thing to do is to try and come together for common goals rather than waste our time arguing over things that don't make a difference, like arguably don't make a difference in our day-to-day lives. Like, if the world was flat, right, do I still have to afford my Tesco bills this week? Do I still have to afford to put these lights on? Yes. So, the world let's say tomorrow I wake up and the world is now a triangle. It's a triangle instead of flat. Or it's a triangular prism. It's a pyramid instead of flat. And we're still on it. Nothing changes for me on the day-to-day basis of my, normal. I still have to get up and try and earn some money. I still have to try and do something in my life to push forward. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not going to change anything for me. Boris Johnson is still going to be ripping me off. Rishi Sunak is still going to be ripping me off. There are still going to be kids going to food banks. So what I want to do is try and change some of that actionable, real things in real people's lives. We could talk about this other stuff and have fun, interesting conversations, yes. But, and even, like I said, because of the responsibility I have as a streamer, get two people on with different ideas. Not to debate necessarily, but to offer counterpoints so that we've at least given a fair and valid counter-argument for any... if I'm, you know what I'm saying? I think that's a fair point, isn't it? So I'd like to, I think that has to be a little more organised for those reasons I've just explained. But I would love to do a stream where we just let you go free for all in the chat and I just try my best to deal with it. I'll try that as well. I do think an infinite number of people in the chat versus just me and the internet. When I say the internet, just me and typing into Ecosia trying to find answers might be difficult. But it might be interesting as well. So yes, we should do that. We should pencil it in for a set day. And this is another thing I'm doing. You've seen what my notepad looked like today. I'm only just getting to terms with where we're at. I'm only just getting to terms with it. I've spent a year and a half streaming, so now I can run a stream. I can turn on the computer, it all works. My microphone's working, it's chat, I've got this. I can bring games in, like on Wednesday we're doing the word games. I'm now a capable... Because I'm a media producer, I'm capable of producing the media. Now we're on to what's important in the content. We've been doing variety. It's been changing all the time. I'm happy to keep variety as a core. Because, you don't just listen to the same songs every day. You don't just watch the same program every day. I'll play different games in the long run. I'll talk about different ideas. Some conspiracy ideas, some other ideas, whatever. We'll keep that variety. There'll always be something you're interested in. I touched my nose there, I'm not lying. It's just I get a bit anxious and maybe I guess not embarrassed, but you're on camera, and now I was talking about being on camera, and like my nose starts to get a bit red and a bit, a bit blushy. But these sort of ideas, yeah, these sort of ideas. We need to live and breathe and love it. Yeah, exactly. Like so. Whilst I do want to bring these ideas to the table, I don't want to let it be dominated by these ideas. So I think I'm right in saying we should do this variety, and it's up to me as the driver of the bus to make sure that we've always got... Do you know what? I don't know if this is right, but there used to be a program on when I was a kid, and it was like you didn't know what it was going to be. It was like, let's see what window we're going to look through today and what story we're going to have. That might be okay. A bit like when I watched This Morning on the morning show, and they're not necessarily talking about anything specific, but I don't want to do the news every day either. You know what I'm saying? So there we go. That's what we're going to do for stream. That's our idea. We've got it outlined here on the schedule. Let's see if my schedule works then. Monday mornings, YouTube. I want to put chilling because you know what? I don't know what we're going to do on Mondays necessarily, but I find unless I've had enough time off at the weekend, I'm not able to be prepared, and I want to be prepared for Mental Health Monday. So preparing 2 streams for a Monday is difficult. So the serious one, Mental Health Monday, requires me to do some reading, some thinking before the stream. So that stays. So you chilling on Mondays seems okay, yeah? Play School, that was it. It was, wasn't it? Was it Play School? And you didn't necessarily know what you were going to get, but it was always something you kind of enjoyed. And if it wasn't, don't worry, come back tomorrow and it'll be something different. I think that's the way to look at that. Yeah, so Monday, YouTube, chilling. Mondays are horrible days. That's why I did Mental Health Monday on Mondays. Because for me, I always fuck up on a Monday. Like if I'm going to drop a tin of beans and it's going to be slightly open and explode on the floor, that's Monday. If I'm going to be an hour early for the bus because I really don't want to miss it today, but accidentally stand on the wrong side of the road and watch it go past, that's Monday. If I'm going to accidentally put chuffing phosphoric acid in my tea instead of sugar, that's Monday. Do you want to go to accident and emergency? Not really. Should we leave it till Monday? Yeah, that's what happens to me. I'll tell you what, as a hairdresser, I used to do this as well. And people wouldn't understand it, but come on, think about it. I used to say no appointments on Monday. No appointments. Monday's a traditional day off for hairdressers. Because you work the weekend. You work Saturdays, so then you have Sunday, Monday off. I get that, but it's not just that. It's like, Monday's a day when things just go fucking fucked up. So if it's going to fuck up, it's going to happen on a Monday. Do you want your haircut on that day by me, who's having a fuck up of a day? No, you don't. No, you don't. Is it the day that I accidentally used the chuffing old tuber colour that we're supposed to throw out and has found its way back into the system somehow and it's gone on your head? Oh, God. Do you know what I mean? Is it the day that my scissors decide to start, today's the day they need sharpening and they won't quite feather through and accidentally we pull a chunk. Oh, God, it's Monday. Do you know what I mean? It's Monday. So, yeah, tell me why I don't like Mondays. Yeah, I don't like Mondays. Tell me why. But it is like that. I feel it. It's like Monday's coming to get me. So I'm not having it. I'm not having it on Mondays. I used to take the day off, but I wouldn't take the day off because I needed to work because it was my business. So what I'd do is I'd go into work and I'd do all the tidying and cleaning. Sometimes at the end of a weekend, I'd say to everyone else, all the stylists, just leave it. Don't worry. We're not in on Monday. So the fairies will clean that up. Or at least not hassle them about it. And sometimes I'd go in on a Saturday night and make a mess myself. So I'd go in on a Monday and mop the floor. First thing, Monday morning, mop the floor. You can't fuck that up. Well, you can. You knock the bucket over. But okay, you're mopping the floor. So, welcome to Monday. And, you hate going to the hairdressers. You'd probably have liked mine. I was a bit different to others. If that was you and you didn't like it, we don't have to do the fucking big wash and pamper shampoo then, fine. If you don't want me to try and sell you a bottle of shampoo, I fucking won't. If you're not bothered about which conditioner we're using today and it's got essence of organic alpaca in it, then I won't mention it. We'll just get you in, we'll spritz you down, and I'll chop out. Once I know what your hair's like, once I know what you're like and what you want, I will do exactly what you want. And I'll do it for a reasonable price. We'll knock that money off then. If you're not having a blow dry, I won't charge you for one. I didn't like, for the same reasons, I didn't like hairdressers for all the chuff that they used to mess about with me, so I didn't do it. Just normal people. And once I knew the key to being a good hairdresser is someone looks in the mirror and they see themselves, and then after a few weeks their hair starts to go out and they need to see themselves again. They're not quite what they want to look like. They need to see themselves again. So your job as a hairdresser is to look into that mirror, listen to what they're telling you, and to see them as they see themselves, as they want to see themselves, describing it. They might not describe it in the right words. They're not a hairdresser. They might say short bob, they mean medium length. It doesn't matter. You need to see what they're seeing. You need to understand people. If you can't listen to people and understand people, you're never going to make a good hairdresser, because you can do the best haircuts in the world and the best dyes and the funkiest colours. And if at the end this person looks in the mirror and goes, that's not what I wanted, then it's fucked. It has to be a case of you. It's not mind reading, because you're allowed to ask questions, but you've got to get on their page. You've got to get on their page. And 4 hours is, we used to have people with the big foils and all the, we had some of the jobs that used to take the hours. And for me, it was too long. So we'd find ways around that sometimes as well. I actually had a lady who had such thick hair, and I realised that we were colouring and dyeing and cutting and shaping, and ultimately it was all hidden underneath. And I talked her through it. We had a good conversation about it, about basically doing a bit of an undercut, not shaving the head, but just bringing the underside section shorter so we could drop the top over, and it solved all the problems. It took a lot less time to cut and dry, and anyway, that's a different story. But my point being is, Corinne, we used to have a Corinne, not at my hairdresser's, but up the road. She was really good. She worked at another salon. She was really good. She was red-headed Corinne. She was really good. Yeah, she used to work at Lawrence Anthony, if that rings a bell maybe. But yeah, hairdressers should become mates. If you're not friendly and matey, then, okay, I'm a good hairdresser, but isn't something missing, I guess, because maybe we're not, like I said, if we're not able to interact on that level, if I'm not able to understand, like through the process of learning about you, I'm not just saying how do you wash your hair. I'm trying to, and if you're going to learn about people and be open and ask open-minded questions, and hopefully you do find kinships and friendships with people. Yeah, I used to think that. I definitely used to think that. So I'm getting a bit off track now. Anyway, my point was, Mondays, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's Monday. So what would happen on a Monday is I'd mop the floor, and chuffing people would come and knock the door. Now listen, every other hairdresser is closed, so I've got to be open. It's a Monday, I'm mopping the floor, I'm not booking anyone in. But I've got to be open because it's money. I can't get... Yeah, okay, I'll put the mop down. I'll start cutting hair. And that used to happen all the time. Is people used to come and knock the door. And I'll tell you what, who's the madman that's knocking the door at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday? Madman or woman? Who is it that's knocking... Who wants their haircut at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Monday? Because I'm not in the mood. If you want a good haircut, go in the afternoon. Go after lunch when someone's nice and chilled. When they're nice and relaxed and they can do a good job. Don't go first thing at 9 o'clock in the Monday morning when they've got the bleach out and they're trying to bleach clean all the mirrors. Like, just leave me alone. But yeah, so that's my Mondays. So I instinctively feel like Mental Health Monday is a good day to do a mental health broadcast. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm doing that. Is because if everyone else feels like that, if everyone else has had a bit of a chuffer of a day, I do it at 8 PM GMT because it gives everyone time to get their tea down them and, you know, I don't want to compete with Corrie, but like it gives everyone a chance to just be chilled, be relaxed, have got through that chuffing day and have some support at the end of it. That's why we do that. We could change the time. I don't think we want to change the day. I think we want to keep it on a Monday, and I'm quite willing to bring it in to YouTube instead. I'm not allowed to broadcast on both at once because I've an affiliate with Twitch. I have to leave 24 hours before uploading from Twitch to YouTube. But I'm quite happy to just broadcast that on YouTube to a wider audience if that would be the case. Maybe I should alternate it. Sorry, tap the microphone. Because, like I said, Mental Health Monday is about reaching younger people and intervening before they get down that road of distress, of offering them support and solace before they get down that road. But it should also be for everyone, and it has been for everyone. And YouTube is the place that's more broad. So maybe we do once a month here, once a month there, or something like that. That's something to... I'll write that in. We've talked about it here now, and you've agreed. So I'll put yes about moving it to YouTube, but when? I'll put when because I can't spell. I'll put when because that's better. When? Juan. Tuesday we need to get this conspiracy stuff rolling. We need to get through Wendigo's. Yep, happy with that on a month. And edit in the evening. Don't have to play games. Not compelled to be on YouTube in the evening. That does mean if you're watching on Twitch, you're going to get 2 days of no gaming. But, you know, look forward to your Wednesday then. Wednesday is games day. Wednesday is words with friends. It's Twitch games. Thursdays is more conspiracy Tartaria. And I want to edit. I want to edit some stuff. Which leads into Fridays, fun day, relaxed day. Might not always be there on a Friday maybe, because I might be finishing the edit from yesterday and uploading it maybe. I don't know. That seems about right though, doesn't it? It means I've only got 1 day off penciled in. That's alright. You don't need days off until your spaceship takes off. But you do need to relax sometimes, otherwise you... Hello, son of Oberrook. You're new. I guess you're new. But you seem to be acquainted already, I think, maybe. I guess. I don't know. So that makes sense, doesn't it? We've got our little schedule there then. I've just got to keep to that. And if we keep to it, this is the new key thing on the internet as well. If you're doing streams, 2 PM GMT, we say. If you keep to that, if you keep to times, then people know where you are and when to find you. But, you know, if people are late, it doesn't matter. You just watch it in your own time, can't you? But 2 PM GMT. That gives me enough time to get up, walk the dog, chuff about, drink the tea, like do all the stuff that needs to get in the way before I say that's enough, leave me alone, it's 2 PM GMT, I'm streaming. You know, it gives me enough time to do that, I think. In the evenings, we've been starting at 8 PM for Mental Health Monday. But I could bring that a little bit earlier, I could bring that to 7. Here's another thing. This is going to blow your mind. So, we've got a lot of British people watching the Tartaria videos because they're mainly made by British people and watched by British people. But in America, they watch me. And in South Korea, they watch me. And in Brazil, they watch me. So their 7 or 8 o'clock is different. And if I want to catch them, I need to be streaming at like midnight and 1 o'clock in the morning. That's the best time for them. So that's interesting, isn't it? You choose your market, YouTube or Twitch or what have you, but It's irrelevant if you're in a time zone where people are all in bed. So do I now change my life so that I work through the night, doing streams, yelling and shouting through the night on stream? No, I'm not doing that. It's just the way it is. I'd have to move to America if I wanted to stream in a good time for Americans. I've only just managed to get my sleeping pattern sorted because I used to have insomnia. So thanks for saying I'm good. Thanks for saying I'm good. Right, let's turn that notepad off. Is Johnny Depp on Johnny Depp's still not talking. Who's this chuffer? Who's this? He didn't even brush his hair for court. He hasn't brushed his hair. Look, he's sticking up. Is it a Monday today? It is, isn't it? It's Monday today. He's had to go into court today, right? And he's woken up and he's late. His alarm clock hasn't gone off because it's Monday. And his hair's all sticking up. And he's like, where's my comb? I can't find the brush. And he can't find his normal comb or brush because it's Monday. So he's had to use, and he's used this other one. And it's caused loads of static electricity. All right, look, Tartari is mainly America. Ooh. And Australia. Oh, God, that's two different kinds of time zone. I'm not going to be able to cover them both. Only the Febs of the UK, right. I think we have to just accept there are times in the day when I'm happy to stream and times in the day where my neighbours would be really cross. Like, I could stay up all night and stream, but my neighbours would be like, what are you shouting about all night? Please. So I just wouldn't want to do that to them. But, yeah. They'll have to watch. That's why it's so interesting that YouTube, you're creating your videos live now on YouTube. As a media producer who's done everything, I'd prefer editing because, you know, you can cut out all the rubbish and make a good edit. But I've edited videos and I've been streaming this last couple of years. And YouTube is surprisingly suggesting our streams, even to people to rewatch later, suggesting that more, or it's being picked up on more than edited at, you know, videos about topics. It's a bit weird. So, talking about the original gangsters. Things just ain't the same for gangsters. Everywhere that I go, ain't the same as before. I'm an original gangster, but I'm not. I remember when YouTube started up and it wasn't a proper video sharing website, so I didn't get the right idea about it. I thought it was a dating website. But I had the opportunity to be on the cusp of that curve. I'll tell you a funny story about this, actually. Mid-range. My dad was a photographer and he was a roofer and he had a roofing company, but he did some photography and he was interested in that and he started making some, not big money, but making money on photography as well, doing photos for people. So he got a computer that could do the photo editing. This was right at the start of digital photography, and it was when digital cameras were expensive. So it was a new thing and it was expensive. I remember he got a thermo dye sublimation printer and it was really expensive, but he was printing these photographic quality pictures at home for the models and the agencies, and, you know, he was doing photographic work, so it made sense. And I got on this computer and I got good at it in terms of Photoshop. Not like major, but I was about 14 or 13 and I was on Photoshop and I was teaching him how to use it and I was learning it and it was amazing. And it was at the start of this thing. If I'd have just made a YouTube channel then. We had the internet where you had to plug it in at the wall with the Ethernet cable, and when it wasn't plugged in you'd unplug it so you could use the phone. You know that one? And I'd only be allowed to play it at night and only at weekends around my dad's house because my parents divorced, so I'd see my dad every other weekend. So and this probably, if it had happened at home, I'm not dissing my parents, but, you know, if we'd have had that all the time at home, I would have run up huge phone bills, but I'd have been able to do a bit more with it. But once every 2 weeks, I'd go and play on the internet, and I set up a website. I didn't set up the website, but I learned how to. I created the website offline. That's what I'm trying to say. And it was called Criminal Records, and it was all my music, my dance music that I was making. So maybe I was a bit older than 14 at the time, actually. No, maybe it wasn't. Maybe this was because we were doing, before dance music, we were doing rock music as well at school. So maybe it was my rock music as well. The idea was it was going to be a website that would just play our music and you'd be able to get our music through it. So I made a website that played music. This was like before. I mean, obviously lots of people were thinking about how to do that on the internet, obviously. But this was before SoundCloud and things like that, I guess. Maybe just before, I don't know. Maybe SoundCloud did exist. Maybe I was copying SoundCloud. I don't remember. But, I was getting into it. And then when YouTube came around and all that, I was at the point where I was moving away from messing about with things like that. Sounds stupid. There was a point in my life where the people that ran Sunday Central asked me to make their flyers because I'm looking now for my browser. Don't know if you've heard of Sunday Central. Probably doesn't still. This was Sunday Central. They were just like a club night in Birmingham. And because my dad knows people and people know. I think one of the people that did Sunday Central was used to work on the roofing company with my dad. So the idea was, can you make me a flyer like that? And I absolutely could knock that out of the park. Absolutely. I think I did them one. And then I wasn't bothered because they were doing dance music and I was into rock music. But I could have been big on the digital. I could have had a career in graphical design or something like that. But what it was more like was I had to play on the computer once every 2 weeks. So I didn't really see it as a... and my parents didn't see it as a career. And it was about choosing a career path and all that, wasn't it? So I went to university to study economics and sociology and psychology. I fucked that up after a couple of years. I ended up being a chef, and then I was a roofer, and then I was a hairdresser, and now I'm here. So I've been a media producer and got a film, been part of a film. This went on Netflix. So I was part of the team that made this. And it went on Netflix. That's my sister's photography, that is, that picture there. Come on, move in the browser. There you go. That photograph is my sister's photography. And, yeah, part of the team that made a documentary that went on Netflix. So that was great. That was fun. So, that was cool. Yeah, I didn't end up being, like, big on... It's weird, isn't it? I was alive at the time when all this stuff happened. You were as well. We didn't all buy shares in the right things, did we? We didn't all buy shares in like Twitter or what have you. But I love drums. I love drums. I love drums. That's why. This is what I mean. Yes, this is a good example. This is a good example. Look, videos. I can now search by marching, and at least one marching band video will come up. The other Sunday, a while ago, we watched a marching band video. Now, I have to be a variety streamer because otherwise I can't do this. And I want to do this. If you check Chuffy 1, 2. Where are they? Fellas, ladies. Why do we have to use denomination? Let's get the head down. Drum break. Let's get them marching. Let's see them. It's just me chuffing, isn't it? Where else do you get to hear them? No, we're missing all this good stuff. Wait. What I'll do now is I'll just get the video and show it you properly because it's brilliant. But notice this video, 5 views, broadcast live on Twitch, and I put that. When you upload it, it says broadcast live on Twitch, watch live at... I didn't write that. That says it automatically when you upload it from Twitch to YouTube. YouTube knows that, and it's not suggesting it. I bet you if next Sunday we do Marching Band Sunday, okay, we've got a few more people watching our stream now, but I bet you we get loads more viewers just because we do it on YouTube. Let's see if we can find them again. I love a marching band. These are a Japanese marching band. But there's loads of... Oh, this one looks good. It's flashing lights. Go on then.
Win at work by communicating.
I would spend hours of days watching marching bands, so we can, because we're a variety stream. That's clear, isn't it? We should maintain variety for this reason. Great suggestion here in the chat. And did I remove the comment recommended to check? No, I didn't. Absolutely not. Lindsay, I am not removing any comments. So that's really stood out to me now because you will notice we did... I can prove it. We did another stream where someone said some rude stuff to me in the chat. They said about my dress sense and wearing a hat and stuff, which was just like an ad hominem attack. And instead of banning them, I said, you shouldn't say these things because it makes you look bad. but I'm not going to ban you. I've not removed any. I've been very careful with that. In the ASMR, we'll come back to the marching bands in just 1 second, right? Not even Johnny Depp still. Not even Johnny Depp still. In the ASMR, I'm not going to go over this and over it because it's something that I've left in the past and I don't really care about. But it's context for this, so it's important. I made this ASMR channel and it's all about helping people. It's not really, it's about sound and audio. And then it became about helping people because what happened is I made these little, funny videos doing the whispering and all that. And people kept leaving these comments. They kept leaving the same comment. And the comment was, I'm feeling anxious, or I have an anxiety disorder or something like that. I've got insomnia. I can't sleep. And these videos help me to sleep. Constantly getting that comment. I had the same problem. That's why I did it. And at the time, I didn't know what to say. But as I worked through it in years, a couple of these videos, Car Ramble is about that, but it doesn't say it's about that. But as I went through it, I did cognitive behavioural therapy, and it really helped me. It really helped me. So I made a couple of videos on here to say, look, cognitive behavioural therapy is the key to your anxiety. Where is it? The key to your anxiety. There's so many videos, I've got to find my way through it. Let's just do it like this. Search. There you go, look. On anxiety, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The others 6, 7 aren't about anxiety, but 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's enough work here that's got anxiety, even in the comments or in the thing to come up. Look, they all come. I'm searching just for the word anxiety, and it's a lot of videos coming up. But the most important ones are the ones where I tell people about the therapies and the treatments. I talk about my own experiences going through cognitive behavioural therapy, mindfulness videos to help people with situations. So, I've been there, I know about that. That's my depression confession. That's me talking frankly, honestly, and openly about any experience and all experience of depression that I've had in my life. And it gets a bit heavy. It gets a bit heavy. It's a 4-hour video, 4.5-hour video of talking about depression. It's heavy, but I needed to do it. And I needed to be open and honest about it. So I've done that on that channel, right? Then what happened a few months, later, like months later now, I've not made as big a thing about anxiety. I did the anxiety wave on the channel, and then I carried on making videos about sounds and, not directly dealing with anxiety every time. The last few videos did have anxiety at the core, though. They did. And then what happened was somebody else, one of my videos that's really popular is this "It's okay chukka chukka" sounds. It's just silly. It's just me making sounds and saying it's okay, right? Someone else, they made a video where they said, oh, have you heard all these different sounds? Look, have you heard this sound? Have you heard this sound? And in there was somebody else's sound, somebody else's video, which is lovely. If you want to collaborate, send me an email and you can use my sounds in your video, no problem. But they didn't do that. They didn't send me the email to collaborate. They picked ASMR artists who maybe they thought, I'm not going to get into my opinions about what they did. Forget my opinions about what they did. Bottom line, they didn't ask me. They took it without asking, and they monetized their stuff. None of this stuff was monetized at the time. I didn't monetize any of my videos because I understood anxious people were coming to watch the videos. Remember that thing about anxiety? So I didn't want to monetize it because adverts create anxiety. They monetized their work and they earned about £200 to £400 off my little clip. Other people's clips as well. They had 5 other people in the video. They didn't ask any of them. They used the clips. And I started getting people coming to my view. I've come here from this video. I've come here from this video. And I'm like, what? What video? I didn't even know about it. So when I found it, I was a little bit pissed off because it's rude. You don't just take without asking. You send me an email. And if you want to collaborate, we can collaborate. But now you forced me to collaborate on your channel without my consent. So I didn't like that. And what I really wanted to do was to make sure the money that they earned got sent to charity. So long story short, I made sure that happened. I had to publicly out them on Twitter, and I got all the backlash. Everyone hated me. Oh, you can't copyright a sound. Oh, this other person's bigger than you, therefore they're better than you. Oh, I don't care about your principles of not promoting alcohol. They had a video on their channel with a gin bottle and, oh, look at the alcohol. And I don't care. Like, they're doing fidget spinner adverts, making money. They've got the younger audience and they're manipulating and extorting. Oh, get off. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. All I want is for you to give that chuffing money to charity. And I tell you what, if you want to keep the money, you can, but make a video about mental health support and we can call it done. That's what I did with that. In the end, I got trolled, right? I got trolled. I'm not trying to bring all this up again. I'm just telling you this context. I got trolled hard. And I had people come into this channel daily, not just people, like numbers of people daily. And I put the... I did a response video. I'm not going to get it up now. Doesn't matter. But they were coming every day to troll me, saying all the worst things in the world, all the worst things like, kill yourself and this and that. And I'd put up the depression video prior to that. So, like, it was like, how you've seen that I've put up this depression video, and you're going to just say all this stuff. Like, whoa! Like, these were some pretty horrible people. They didn't make me feel bad, because I was beyond that. I'd already left my worries about making that content behind. And I'm prepared to stand up for things in life. They didn't make me feel bad. But I did have to block and delete a lot of people. I did have to block, remove... And they're like, oh, you're removing the messages. Well, of course I'm removing the messages. You're coming to my channel, my curated space on the internet, and you're coming to abuse me. So, of course, I'm going to delete the bullying. It doesn't belong here. YouTube would delete it if they knew what was going on. If I reported you to YouTube, they would delete it. But I didn't report the people in the main, only the really bad ones. In the main, I just delete, block, get off, get over yourself, get off. They're gone. So I've been through all that. So when you're telling me that one of your comments is not, it showed up in the chat, it didn't show up on the screen. Like, I am not doing that here. All this conspiracy theory stuff, that's different opinions. I'm not here to censor your opinions. I know that the Tartarians do it on their videos. If you say some science, they'll delete that. I know it goes on. I can curate my space however I want. What I want here is an open, honest conversation. I want people from other sides of the fence to feel that they're welcome here. I want people to have different opinions and for me to not beat them over the head with them, but to show them what I believe to be the truth, to give you the evidence to allow you to go on that journey and make up your own mind, but also for us to be able to leave it there and watch some marching bands on another day. I've talked about this before. So yeah, absolutely, Lindsay, I am not deleting. It might, there's one of the facts that it might be, that this chat here, if I can turn off the, well, I'm trying to turn Firefox there so I can just see the chat. It might be, I'll show you this. If I scroll down and scroll up like that, I can see more of the chat like that. I cut off the top and bottom of it like that just to make it neater. It could be that, but that's the only thing that it could be. I'm not deleting any comments. The only thing I will delete is I'll delete something that's offensive to somebody else. You can be offensive to me and I can laugh it off, but if it is just generally offensive and rude, I will delete it. I don't go over these comments and delete them. I can't be arsed with that. But the chat, but in the comments, in the actual comments of a video, I will, I'll see comments coming in and I will either click, yep, seen that, or that can't stay, that's horrible. So if someone's going to leave a link to something, that's got to go. Like, a link to some pornography or something, that's got to go. If someone leaves a link to, you know what I'm saying? I've got to curate in that way. But no, different ideas stay. The only other thing that might be possible is that, it's weird though, if it showed up on the chat, it should stay there. Because YouTube might delete things. YouTube will delete things that it thinks are racial slurs or, hate speech. It should do, because I don't want them on my chat. But other than that, I'm really not doing that. And on a day where I'm telling you you've been shadow banned over the weekend, that worries me a bit as well, because we've had video set to private through no choice of mine. We've had my new achievement, 30,000 views a week ago, and then within a week they've banned me quietly. I think because I spoke out about YouTube, going back over that ASMR stuff, at that time I spoke out big against YouTube and the ASMR community for exploiting vulnerable people. Because if you've got anxiety problems, you don't need to be shown adverts. You need to be shown charities and support and networks. And I couldn't use YouTube. They changed it now, but they didn't. YouTube had a system of allowing you to link a video in the, you know, you click on this and it'll take you to the next video. But they would allow you to link a business, a website for your business, a marketing thing. They would allow you to link so that you could go to the shop and buy things, but they wouldn't let you link a charity. It would come up as this link cannot be shared, da da da. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, YouTube? I made a video about it on Battery Exhausted. So if YouTube have ever listened to any of the things I've said, they'll probably think this guy, he ain't on the same page as us. You know, he sees through the marketing crap and he's trying to help people out of that trap. And we're trying to help people into the trap. We want idiots and young people to click on the adverts. And this guy's saying, use an ad blocker. He's off. Get rid of him. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that may have happened. If you've got a secret button you can press, and that other person that ripped my video, who's really big in the community now because they've got an agent, you know, maybe that agent talks to the YouTube agent people and says, oh, by the way, this guy's a chuffer. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe or maybe not. But certainly this week I've been set to private and you haven't got any notifications and now your comments are not showing up sometimes. So that's a bit of a fuck up. Let's have a look at this marching band to confirm. It's still not Johnny Depp. You don't need to watch that. It's still not Johnny Depp. Let's have a look at this to confirm what I was saying, that having a variety stream is the way forward. Because now I could do this and everyone, you know, this is expected. Pretty damn good, isn't it? I just spotted as well, there's some cheerleaders at the bottom of the screen here giving it some. It's not that good though. I mean, it's effective and all that, but let me show you the, so I don't even know what their name is. I don't even know what their name is. I think it's Kyoto, but I might be wrong. See, I can't even spell it. There they are, boom. Right, let me show you this. Now, we've seen this once before, but we did it on Twitch and uploaded it. No one ever got to see it. I wanted to do it every Sunday. I wanted to do Marching Band Sunday because I love Marching Band so much. Now, you've mentioned drums and this, right? I say chuffer. I say chuffer because, I don't want to swear. I do swear. We all swear. But I'm broadcasting in the daytime. Anyone can tune in and watch. And I'm not trying to be family friendly sanitized. But, you know, if I'm walking down the street and someone's effing and blinding and I've got like my mate's kids in the buggy, I'm like, fucking hell. Like, I said it then, I swore then, you see. But honestly, I just think it's a bit rude. And I'm aware that I'm on the internet and I'm here in everyone's home if they choose to tune in. So for you to come here and for me to be going, oh, fucking this and shitting that, it's a bit crude, isn't it? It's a bit, you know, I'm thinking about you and trying to just self-sanitize my language. So instead of saying fucker, which I just did then, I just try and say chuffer. And it might sound like I'm a bit of a sado. You know, all the young kids are probably swearing down the park, aren't they? And they probably think, who's this idiot trying to bring some decorum? But I'm not trying to be someone I'm not. In my real life, I wouldn't swear around kids. I don't know who's watching. I just try and be a bit... So it's just a word. It's just like, it could be any word, like piff wizard. Sometimes I'll say piff wizard. And I mean, motherfucker. But it's just, I used it as a word. Just thought it sounds... You know how in Porridge by Ronnie Barker... Was it Ronnie Barker or Ronnie... Oh, it's not Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's surely not Ronnie O'Sullivan. It was Ronnie Barker, wasn't it? Ronnie Barker, Porridge. And they used to say narc, didn't they? They'd call him a nerk. Or... Was it... Here's another advert for you, pumped into your mind. Don't go and buy those sweets. They're the worst sweets in the world. They wouldn't like me saying it, but they didn't know I was going to be talking over their advert.
Here.
Where?
Know something you don't know for once?
That'll be the day.
I know 13 across for a start.
Don't do that, God, but that's the height of bad manners, that is.
Anyhow, it's Rook. Type of bird, R blank blank K, rook.
Not necessarily.
R blank blank K, what else could it be?
Could just be rilk.
Ronnie loved playing with words, so they used to, because this was on the BBC and they couldn't use swear words, and it was about being in prison. He wanted to use certain swear words, so he called people a nurk, and it's you know, it's a synonym for a swear word. So I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, nurk, there it is, you nurk. So I'm doing the same thing with chuff. That's all I'm doing, is I'm just trying to remove the swearing if I can and replace it with words that you will understand mean like what they mean, but don't make me seem like rude and what have you. Now I'm saying it out loud, it makes me seem a bit sad, doesn't it? Right, you're going to love this. And you wouldn't have been able to find it yourself because it is the Kyoto Takabina SHX, but I wouldn't have been able to tell you what this Japanese means. So I'd have never been able to find it. The two that hold the thing at the front are two of my favourites. Check this bad boy. This is, in America, they're up there in the stands. This is marching, mate. Lay down my sword and shield, down by the riverside, down by the... Watch the cars! A chuffing car went past then. Close the road, don't have cars going... Careful! Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside, I'm gonna lay down my sword and shield. Down by the riverside, down by the riverside. Hello, Spirit Levels. I did put a like, love, support, seeing your comment on that comment. I hope you noticed that I put like there's a button that I pressed that says like, you know, give it a heart. And yeah, it's a good, I did recognise that was a good name for the channel, Chuffington Post. I am considering it. It is on the list. Don't worry. It is on the list. And Muppet is a good one as well. Muppet, yeah. Call people a Muppet. I used to watch Muppets and I used to enjoy them. I think Muppets is a really good one as well because it has more context as well, doesn't it? Because if you just call someone a rude word, it's just rude. But Muppets run around with their hands going like that, don't they? You know the Muppets, their hands go like that. Their heads go and their hands are going like that. Let's have a bit, like, because their hands are moving like that and their heads, when you do that, you actually move the top of the head, don't you, with your hand? You're supposed to just move your thumb for the jaw, but you don't, you move the top of your head. So if someone's going around like the Muppets, you know, if someone's going around like the Muppets, yes! DJ! DJ! Just close that advert off there, thank you. My selector! Inside! Inside the rave! Rewind my selector! Rewind my selector! It's down that little hole. They were never explained, were they? Hang on, I'll let the whole thing play. Oh, don't worry, we'll get to the end. But they were never explained, were they? They were always building stuff. They had little hard hats, but they were a different race entirely. It was never explained. And these chuffers! I'm gonna wait the fuego! That used to scare me! Down at Fraggle Rock.
Down at Fraggle Rock.
Yes. 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 Jim Henson. Is he dead now, is he? Probably is, isn't he? Probably is. Big Birds from Sesame Street. They all count. We throw them all into the same Muppet blender. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Let's go back to the Japanese marching band. And the Japanese do fanfare sports marching band amazingly well. This is it. Now, like, I don't know what it feels like to be, you know, in such a socially, I don't want to say repressed, but, you know, like conscientious, you know, because before the COVID, right? We used to get we get a lot of tourists in our local area in my town, and before the COVID, they'd all be coming from China and Japan with masks on. And I looked it up on the internet. It's because they might have had a cold and they didn't want to share their germs with the rest of the world. They wanted to prevent their germs getting out. So it was kind of like a social thing that they... I thought, well, that's quite nice, isn't it? Quite clever. And I also looked into it. This is before the COVID. And I looked into it and I was like, oh yeah, obviously it does protect you from certain germs. And that's why my dentist wears one. And that's why and then I went on a holiday. It was only a little... I haven't gone on many holidays over the last few years. I need one. But I went on a stag do. It wasn't much of a holiday, I tell you. You don't get much sleeping on. I went on a stag do to Prague. I don't drink, so I was able to go to bed earlier and go and look at the museums. But the other lads, anyway, went on this stag do to Prague. And on the way there, what am I even talking about now? On the way there in the aeroplane, I thought, I don't want to get poorly on this stag do to Prague. I don't want to get poorly. So on the way there in the airplane places, I'm going to take one of those masks. And I went to the dentist a few months before and I'd said, can I have some of those masks? Because they're fun, aren't they? They look cool. And they gave me them because they're nice. And I wore one. I didn't wear it all the time, but when we were in that we got put in one of those little buses and all the people coming up really close to me like that. And I just got the mask out and just popped it on like that. Fine. And on the way back, same deal. In the airport, close all cramped up in that little bus, popped my little mask on, and I didn't get a cold or anything. Didn't get poorly. Now, nobody necessarily would have got, but I thought that was not bad. And then the COVID kicked off, didn't it? So anyway, yeah, it all come from Japan and China. But they do have a slightly different social way of being. I don't know if they want to break out of that more or if they think it's actually quite nice to be polite to people. But this is a right solid marching band, I tell you. They really got this going. And what I love about this video, there's more marching bands to cover. We will cover some more... oh, you're talking to each other? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Look, spirit level music, uncontrolled story. You just talk to each other. That's fine. You don't need me. Obviously, you don't need me. That's fine. Don't worry about the marching band. Oh, it's fine. No, it's fine. You don't need me. You're fine. You can just... I've just unplugged that. I'll just unplug that and I'll just go over here. You talk amongst yourselves. You're fine. You're fine. Right, I'll just play the guitar. I'll just amuse myself. You talk amongst yourselves. You know, you don't need me for this. Obviously, do you? You don't need me for this. Put that down now. Put that down so I don't fall over. You don't need me for this, obviously. You just talk amongst yourselves. That's fine. Oh no, that's fine. Fucking chat back here. 089 800 150 50 50. Chat back. It's fine. You just talk amongst yourselves. You'll be fine. Look, this is an awesome marching band, and we're going to look at some more I promise more marching bands. I don't promise when. I don't promise it's going to be a whole episode, but I do promise more marching bands. Because it makes you want to join in, doesn't it? They all... Drum solo, they all got the smiles on, and when they do the shouting and the yelling, that's probably the best bit for me. When they do it in unison like that, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they hit the drums. It's now making me think of, I do an impression. Do you want to see my impressions? This is a ventriloquist dummy, because doing this was making me think of like wooden. So do you want to see the ventriloquist dummy? This is a ventriloquist dummy. See, it just looks left and right like that. There's no ventriloquist, so I'm not saying anything, but that was the ventriloquist dummy. Look at this! You can't see it, I've not got it on the screen. Wait. I'm not having you miss this. I'm not having you miss this. I'm not having... This is moves. This is moves, mate. They're really good, aren't they? Look at them all dancing. There's people just walking around the shops as well. She's got the tuba. Boom, 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 boom. Which one do you want to play? I want to play the biggest chuffer. I want to play the big pumper. Big pumper. I'm only slight. I'll carry a big drum. Big pumper. Cymbals. She don't have to do all the practice like all the others. She's got it sorted. Get him off the train tracks! Get him off the train tracks! That's dangerous. They're thinking it, they know it. She's thinking, why do you have to stop on the train tracks? I don't like this, it's dangerous. Get them off the train tracks. Why are they tubular? I think they might just be, like, you know how some... This is just me off the top of my head, but you know how some trumpets have, like, you stick something in the trumpet to muffle it, like, wah, 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 wah. I think it might just dampen the sound slightly and also provide a nice logo space. What I'm surprised about is these drums haven't got the logos on the drum skins. I'm surprised about that. And I'm also surprised that they seem to... I mean, they're not... I would think that the bigger, stronger people would have the bigger, heavier instruments, but it's just not like that. Some of them have got like full back braces on. Oh yeah. I mean, this is proper quality. Just, you're at the shops, and this kicks off. What do you do? I'll tell you what you do, right? You start following them and dancing, don't you? I've got to just abandon my day's business now. I'm out to try and buy some mushrooms and some onions from that market stall. I can't even get over there because these people are in the way. Fine. I'll join in. Can't beat them, join them. I'm going to go to the other shop and just buy a whistle. And that's me for the day then. Happy. And they all seem to know what's going on, don't they? There's no obvious fucking up. They all seem to know what's going on. They've all got it sorted. Like, I'll tell you this little story. I used to do recorder in primary school. I used to play recorder, right? And Are the bangs part of the uniform? Oh, look, they've all got fringes as well. Good point. That's a really good point. Maybe they are. That would be a lovely little touch if it was, wasn't it? This dad played the snare. Yeah, there's that sound, yeah. And it's got that lovely rattle. Look at that! Do you see the moves? Look at the moves! Da-da. So they're all enjoying it. They're all enjoying it. There's not many lads playing. No, and there's not... I was going to say there's not that much ethnic diversity, but then maybe that's, you know, what Japan's like, I don't know. But there are a couple of boys here and there. A couple. That's what I was surprised about. I thought they got more boys in to carry the tuba or to carry the... Not being sexist, actually. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know. I'll tell you my story about recorder, because this is similar vein. Back at school, this is primary school, we had music lessons, and we didn't have proper music lessons. It was just, if you're in the recorder club, you need to go to recorder lesson, and if not, you do something that's less fun. So I can't remember what it was that was less fun. I think it was mainly like boys and girls, because it was primary school, and the girls did the recorder club, and the boys did, like, I don't know, pushing each other over in the mud or something. But I didn't want to do that, so me and my friend James, we volunteered for recorder club. And I was just like, I'm musical, I like music, I'll do recorder club. But recorder club was difficult because you had to learn to play the chuffing recorder. Oh, wait, this one, wait. He's the leader of the gang that's made for you and me. He's M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse, Mickey Mouse. Everywhere we raise our banner, high, high, high. M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. Oh, oh, oh. That one, it's that one. That'll get me banned by Disney. Shadowbanned now by YouTube and Disney. So I joined the recorder club because I wanted to get out of the pushing over in the mud lesson or whatever it was. But I didn't want to learn the recorder, found it difficult. But what I did was, probably not the first person to have tried this little hack, life hack. I just held the recorder and did my fingers like that. I didn't blow the recorder. Easy. Everyone's playing. Imagine me in the middle there, doing this, but not blowing the flute. You wouldn't know, would you? As long as I could do the dancing correctly, you wouldn't know. We did country dancing as well. We did Celtic country dancing. Me and James were the only boys doing it. It was good because we were in with all the girls. And it turns out girls have a nicer time. If you go in the girls' toilets, which I didn't, but if you go in the girls' toilets, they smell nice, they're clean, there might even be, like, you know, soap. Whereas if you go in the boys' toilets, then one of the toilets has been wrenched off the wall, because why would you need a toilet bowl? We're only going to be pissing on the floor anyway. Take off your shoes and socks. Like boys' toilets are horrible. There's no soap. It's like an old bit of chalk from the pool table. There's no soap. Boys, but the girls' toilet's nice. So it's the same with recorder club. Recorder club was indoors, it was nice, everyone was nice to each other. They're having a good time. Oh, who's this fella walking up the back? There's a fella walking up the back. There was a fella walking up the back then. See him with his arm? Am I in the way? Is my face in the way? My face is in the way. There's a fella here, he's corralling the marching band with his arm, look. He's making sure no one escapes. It's like herding the marching band. Because this stuff just goes on and you have to sort of guide it down the street. The wild marching band players have been corralled by this sheepdog fella with his arm out. That's how you keep them in sync. Yeah, so I was doing recorder club and I wasn't blowing the recorder. And it was going well, frankly. As far as I was concerned, it was going pretty well, you know. Then we had the one where the teacher did it. She noticed it. Oh, she did it like one by one. One by one. Can you play that? Can you play that? And when it was my turn, I had to do the thing where, look, I can't play it, but, you know, there's a chance, like with the Infinite Monkeys typing on the keyboards, there's a chance that if I just blow this and do that with my fingers, it's going to come out right. So I had a go, it was bad, I got sent away, banned from recorder club. banned from Recorder Club. So I never realised my dream of marching in a marching band. Well, I wouldn't have been able to play the instruments. I could do that. So maybe it's that. Maybe there's not so many boys because girls are better at stuff. Like learning instruments. I don't know. That's sexist as well, isn't it? That's sexist as well. I love the reaction from these people on the sides as well, just to stand and stare. Some people just go about their shopping, but that's not the correct reaction. The correct reaction is to be stopping and staring, or to start dancing and joining in. It's interesting, you can see the Japanese shops as well, can't you? And do you know what's really interesting is they're just the same fucking shops as we've got, aren't they, really? Like, you might get one selling funny fish, or like you might get one selling, like, you know, funny comics or something, but really, it's just shops, isn't it? It's just shops. It's a shopping mall. It's a shopping precinct like everywhere else. It's just the same shops. That one's selling wine. It's just an off-licence. How on earth do they remember all this as well? Like, how on earth do they remember that? It's about to come up, that's why I was pausing it. You're going to recognise this noise in a minute now, because I cut it and edited it along with some bits of Stanley Kubrick's Full Metal Jacket to be our Tippy sound. And when you put Tippies in that Tippy Coffee Ganji, it does this noise. You ready? And that's the best bit of the whole thing. Like, their musical director said, look, after 12 minutes of Disney classics, we're going to break. I want you to shout, hey Samba, which is Brazilian, and then scream like you're being murdered. Are you ready, girls and boys? Not being sexist, it's just majority of them are girls. Sorry. Are you ready, everyone? And then we'll go back into the tunes. I mean, that's clearly the best bit, isn't it? You wouldn't want them jumping at you screaming, would you? Clarinets up. Flutes up. Right, play them now. Let's go. She's got a knee brace on. They're waving. Big smile, big smile. I mean, that would be fun though, wouldn't it? He's got the right idea, following them with his phone. I mean, it keeps going, doesn't it? Leg kicking and all sorts. There's loads of it. I can't show you it all because otherwise, you know, it's a bit naughty, isn't it? It's their video. If you want to watch it, just go and type in... I don't know what the fuck that is. If you want to, if you want to watch it, just go and type that into search. I don't know what that is. Look, there's a shoe shop. Got one of those. There's KFC. We've got those. Very similar. There's McDonald's. We've got that. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, So I'm picking out a thermos for you. Not just any kind of thermos will do. Not that. Not that. You won't want that now because you've seen it and I've poo-pooed it. Next time you see that, you'll think they're the chuffers that were on my YouTube, you chuffer.
I wrote a song for you this morning. Oh, I'm
Picking out a thermos for you. Not just ordinary thermos will do.
But the extra best thermos you can buy with vinyl and stripes.
And a cup built right in. Picking out a thermos for you. Not just anybody thermos will. What else can I buy so that on me you'll rely but a rear end thermometer too?
Lenny, there's a question I've been wanting to pop,
There's-
but I've been afraid you'd say no.
It's a question I've been wanting to pop. I've been afraid you say no. But this seems like the right time and place. So here goes. Marie, will you marry me? Yahoo! Come on, let's seal it with a kiss. Come and get in the tub with me. Not you, shithead. Not you, shithead. Where's Marie? What letter? But now he's all wet. Now he's all wet. She left a letter. He's all wet. Dear. That's the jerk. That's the jerk. You should call that dog. That dog. The jerk. Because I had a dog called Navin. We saw him earlier. And I called him Navin after Navin R. Johnson, which is the principal character here. But I should have called him something else, but I couldn't shout it at the park. You'll see why. Well, I clicked on the advert. No! I wanted to remove the advert.
Well, what is it, boy? Are you lost? Do you want to play? Is it trouble?
Is it trouble?
Trouble? Is it an accident? A drowning? A fire? Fire? Oh, gosh! We've got to warn everybody! I've heard about dogs like you! You're gonna be famous! You're gonna get your picture taken, and they'll
You're gonna get your picture taken,
put it in the paper!
and I'll put it in the paper.
That's exciting! You saved my life!
You've saved my
Oh,
life.
let's warn everybody!
Arf, arf!
Fire!
Fire!
It's a fire! There's a fire, everybody! Up! Wake up! It's a fire! It's a fire! This dog! He's saving everybody's life! Oh, it's unbelievable! He's some dog! He's a lifesaver! That's what I'll call him too! Old Lifesaver! That's gonna be your name!
That's what I'll call him too. Old Lifesaver. That's gonna be your name.
Folks! False alarm! No fire!
Hey, mister, don't call that dog Lifesaver.
No?
Call him Shithead.
Good.
Shithead. And he goes on and he calls the dog Shithead. And for the rest of the film, he's calling the dog Shithead all the time. He's calling the dog Shithead. That's the dog's name. Well, I didn't want to shout Shithead. I didn't want to shout Shithead at the park. So I called him Navin instead. Navin R. Johnson. That's what I called him. And that's all I need. That's all I need.
Since the
Not
dawn
this.
of dinner.
Not this advert for whatever this is. I don't need this. That can go away, thank you. That can go right away. And that advert for that can, but this is what I actually, not this. That's an advert. I want this. Not this advert. God, will they not let me watch it with no advert? There you go.
A diamond so big, it's gonna make you puke!
I don't want to puke.
This ashtray!
That's all I need.
Paddle game!
I just need this ashtray and the paddle game and this book.
The paddle game, and that's all I need!
And that's all I need.
And this
And this.
remote control.
I need this, my phone.
The paddle game and the remote
remote control.
That's all I need. I just need my phone, this book, and a lighter.
These matches.
That's all I need.
The ashtray and
The
these
book,
matches and the remote
phone.
control and the paddle ball.
The ashtray. I'll need a cup. I'll need a cup in case I get thirsty. But that's all I need. This lamp, the paddle game, the remote control, and that's all I need. I don't need you. I don't need anybody else.
I need two. I don't need one other thing.
Well, I'll need the sound.
I need this.
I need this. I need this.
The paddle game and the chair.
And the chair. I'll have the chair.
The remote control and the matches.
And the matches. And the book. And the phone.
What are you looking at? What do you think I have, some kind of a jerk or something?
My God, calling that, imagine that. Yeah, shouting that at the park. Oh. I mean, I did, there goes the kilobytes again. Why the kilobytes done that, each other? Now, YouTube's telling me they've detected. It's like when YouTube, that's weird, that is weird, right? Okay, I don't believe in this weirdness, but my kilobytes just dropped to 0 at the same time as YouTube gave me a heads up, we've detected copyright audio and video. This got banged on the YouTube algorithm, a logarithm, whatever you say, algorithm. This banged up YouTube and you know, it alerted them. And at the same time, they knocked out my, like it was like their message getting sent through knocked out my internet. Weird. We're back up now, kilobytes, still running. That's weird. But yeah, that film is called The Jerk, and it's Steve Martin, and it's one of my favourite films. So I named my dog after Steve Martin in the film The Jerk, because I got my dog from a rescue centre, and he was a bit of a jerk. No one else wanted him. No one else wanted him. He was a bit of a chuffer. No one else wanted him. So I got my dog from the rescue centre. And he was a bit of a jerk, so I named him after that film. The kilobytes are dropping again now. They're back up again. I'm a bit worried about that, because we had, you know, we can't have bad kilobytes. We've had Virgin Media around. Now it's taking ages to load things on the internet. I just swear, man, I'm not, am I paranoid? I've been watching these conspiracy videos the last couple of weeks. Am I now paranoid? Is that what's happened? I think that YouTube are fucking with me. They certainly don't want me to be successful, I'll tell you that. They certainly don't want that. Because I'll tear it all down, won't I? I'll tear them a new arsehole from the inside. Yeah, I'll say what's bad and what's good. I'll tell them. This is the dog. So it's not showing us the videos though. Come on then. This is the dog. So I went to a rescue centre, and I got a rescue dog. I'm not doing an episode on it now, so I'm just going to briefly quickly say it before we finish today. But he was a right difficult dog. I knew he was difficult when I got him. I said to the people at the rescue centre, look, I can do a difficult dog. So give me a difficult dog. And lo and behold, they did. He was my boy. He was my boy. He's dead now. I just wanted to show it him. It's not working. Have I used up my internet for the day then? What's going on? I'll close all this. Have I used up my internet? The Johnny Depp trials coming back from a break. Maybe it's that. Everyone's about to watch Johnny Depp on the internet. I can't show you Navin. You'll have to go and look at him yourself. I'm sorry. It's not working, look. It's not working. So anyway, I think we'll adjourn now. What is it? 6 o'clock. I need to go and walk that dog. Chuffing it all off now. I'm chuffing it all off. I need to go and walk that dog. I need to prepare for this evening. We're doing Mental Health Monday. We're going to do it on Twitch today, as we have been. But I'm going to raise the issue again tonight on Twitch. I need to prepare everyone for the name change, because I think we are going to... I might just change the name to Ganji instead of Ganji Kid. I think if it's just Ganji, it might not scream marijuana, because it's not supposed to be marijuana. Ganji means cool in Korean. That's why I chose it, is because I thought Korea was going to be a big gaming market. So I chose a word that meant something for Koreans. But yeah, so I'll see you again later on, 8 PM GMT, either see you on Twitch or on YouTube tomorrow's or whatever's. It's lovely having you here. You know, it's nice meeting new people and having new friends and things like that. And we're going to have variety. We're going to have chuff. We're going to have all sorts. So I hope that doesn't put you off, because I think that's one of the negatives as well. Because if you know what's coming, you know, you go to that Tartaria channel, you go and you see Tartaria, and you think next time it's coming on, it's going to be Tartaria. That's what you expect. You don't expect, oh, I've written a song today. And you don't expect, oh, here's a marching band. And you don't expect, oh, let's have a look at an investigation into like mental health in the UK. Or you don't expect, like, do you know what I mean? Like, but I just want to do all this stuff, so I can't help it. I think you're the same. I think we're the same, you and I. So let's not say forever, just quick bye-bye. Right, look, kilobytes dropped again. Kilobytes dropped. So yeah, you be good.